Bart has got a sweater on that costs more than my house, yet it's distracting because your nipples are right there, bud. Headlights are on. What are we doing?
Forgot my pasties.
You're not helping me. You're not helping me. I have said this before. I am not looking to cut any glass to start the show.
Can I see areolas on YouTube? No?
No.
We're good?
No.
Okay,
You're
good.
all right.
All right.
Actually, it's a little more man boob now that I look at it than you can flex them all you want. It looks a little more man boob. Dave Rothenberg is with us to start the show today. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on YouTube. And I was talking to Dave yesterday, and I wanted to get Dave to start the show because Dave is obviously locked in as a big Giant.
Well, he's the president.
Always has been.
Not only a member, he's the president of the Giants fan club.
Are we calling this a podcast? Is this a digital show?
It's a YouTube show.
It's a YouTube
and
show.
And it's called Dave Rothenberg's Giants Obsession.
Which is, I watched a little bit of it the other day. Loved it.
Sincerely?
No joke. Sincerely.
That's great.
I did.
Thank you.
And listen, you are the number one Giant fan.
I love the Giants.
That I know.
And I know it's an unhealthy obsession.
It is. But you've gotten your hits, right? You've gotten your Super Bowls.
4.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you're doing pretty well.
Listen,
it's only 2 other teams in history, maybe 3, the Patriots and
Steelers,
and the Steelers.
Niners.
Right, that can even boast more than you.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know this, like they've been bad for a very long time.
Yeah, when you guys are bad, you guys are bad.
To be this bad for this long. I mean, they're 1-14 in their last 15 games.
Yeah.
They're 3-17 in their last 20.
Yeah.
This is an abomination right now.
This is historically bad.
It's a special level of bad right now, guys.
This is what I wanted to talk about with you.
Mm-hmm.
The Jackson Dart thing, just from a standpoint of how you're supposed to approach this. Because as a Giant fan, I can't imagine sitting there and watching a quarterback now that I'm trying to find out if he's the guy, but he's with a coach that I clearly do not want to be the coach in the future, and a GM that I don't necessarily believe in, yet there still seems to be a way to save both of their jobs for next year. And at the same time, I have an owner who 3 years ago said the same thing about Daniel Jones. We've done everything we can to ruin him, and now you're putting him through another system. So, I'm just trying to figure out, I guess in the long haul, where is the way out in all of this?
The way out, and I don't know that it happens, but the way out is Jackson Dart's good.
Yeah.
Right? If Jackson Dart proves to be a really good quarterback, all of the this doesn't work and that doesn't work and all the missed draft picks and all these things, like the magic elixir is a quarterback who's really good. Now, do I think necessarily that happens and that hits? I'd say that's probably at best 50-50, but that's the way out. Right? Like how does Dable save his job? If Dart's really good and they win 6 games with this kid, he'll be back.
But do you want him to be back? Do you want this guy? Do you want Jackson Dart to be able to determine the fate of the coach and the GM?
It doesn't make much sense that you would put the entire landscape of a franchise into a 22-year-old quarterback who's never taken a snap. But that's where we are, right? Like if
it's happened before. When you think about what happened with Eli Manning. I mean, I understand.
But Eli Manning answered the bell,
right. But what I'm saying is, what did it look like though?
But
right?
remember when Eli got the job?
Yes, I played them.
They were 5-4.
Yeah.
You were on that Ravens team?
Yeah.
Shame on you. That was terrible you guys did that to poor Eli.
And that's the thing that I want people to remember.
So what is it going to look like? This is what we're talking about.
Exactly, because that's the thing I really want people to remember. Those first 4 games with him were an abomination.
He had a 0.0 QBR against the Ravens.
Yeah.
I thought there was a good chance he was going to die during that game.
Yeah,
I'm not even kidding.
We tried. It was like
awful.
Michael Myers. He kept getting up.
He what a tough guy he is, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, though. So how can you evaluate? Because it may look bad. It doesn't mean that Jackson Dart isn't the guy.
Right.
But that still remains the question is, does that mean that Dayball is the guy? Because you may have an opportunity. We always got these coordinators of the year. You got Kingsbury right there, right, who looks like that type of quarterback is what he thrives with.
Right.
Whether you think about Kyler Murray, whether you think about what he's doing right now with Jayden Daniels. So why not start him over with somebody that you've seen with that type of quarterback?
Well, I think you will, unless he's really good under Brian Daboll.
But what does really good look like? Because how do you win?
I don't know.
Right? Because the best case scenario is he looks good, but you still lose. And then if you still lose, that means you have a better chance of surrounding him with what he needs opposite the neighbors and what he needs from a offensive protection standpoint to be able to allow him to flourish and grow like we're seeing Danny Dimes.
Ugh.
Sometimes it's just about the environment in which you plant that seed.
Well, look at the talent or lack thereof that the Giants' offense has.
Right, so whose fault is that?
It's Joe Shane's fault. It's Brian Daboll's fault, right? I mean, and it goes all the way up. Like, I think it goes all the way up to John Mara, who I think is a good man, and I've said it many times. But, I mean, what's the common theme? The Giants have been bad for a decade. It's not all Dave Gettleman. It's not all Joe Judge. It's not all Shane. It's not all Dable. But what's the one constant? It's John Mara.
Yeah.
So I mean, and let's be fair. Like, when he took over, Eli was already in place. He kind of took over when his dad passed away back in, with 4 or 5, whatever that was. Mm-hmm. And... they were good for a while, but they were good under the former ownership regime.
So nepotism killed the Giants.
Well, I don't think it's nepotism because, I mean, it's an ownership group, but it has not been good.
I look at it from a couple of different standpoints. I think just used to have been around them a lot more, but this is killing him. And the fact that they have become this organization that has changed coaches and GMs every couple of years is killing him.
And it should be.
Yeah. And and I'm not making an excuse for him, but I firmly believe that because of that was the only reason he kept these two here.
I totally agree.
And it's going to set you back even further.
Why would you not fire a guy based on prior mistakes? Like, we fired Joe Judge so quickly. We fired Shermer so quickly. We fired McAdoo so quickly.
Yeah.
So because we fired all these other guys so quickly, now we'll give a longer leash? Like, it makes no sense.
Is the statute of limitations based on what he did winning the Coach of the Year? Is that what got him maybe the benefit
Bart,
of the doubt?
That's a long time ago now.
But I also think that, like, being patient, it is not necessarily the elixir with all of this. You need to be patient sometimes. But you have to have a better handle on when to make the change. And I know you guys have talked about this. If you were going to keep them, we shouldn't even be having these kinds of discussions. You should have extended them for another year or two.
Fair.
And you should have just made it clear, hey, these are our guys. This is what we're doing. But as a fan, I just want to know from your perspective, how are you treating the rest of this year when Dart may save their jobs, so you may win the war eventually, but it feels like you're going to lose the battle.
I don't know. I mean, how much, as a fan, all I want to see is Jackson Dart play well. I mean, I'd like to see Carter do well because I've been somewhat unimpressed with him.
Which, by the way, where has he been?
Right. Very unimpressed with him. I think the one guy I actually feel badly for on this team, Brian Burns, is a terrific football player. He's a phenomenal football player. He brings it every play, and he's really a problem for the other teams. But, I mean, the offensive line's the same crap it's been for a decade now, and they've invested a lot of draft equity there. I just want to see it. I want to get to the end of the season and to say, boy, Jackson Dart's good. Jackson Dart's going to be a good quarterback, and if it means that Dable stays to work with him, is it ideally what I want? No. But if I get to the end of the year and I'm like, Dable's gone, Shane's gone, they're going to clean house, but I don't even know about Dart.
Yeah,
that's the worst place to live at the end of this year.
That's the worst, exactly. And that's what I'm really more worried about than anything else. If you see middle of the road the rest of the season and you have the fourth pick or the third pick, how are you supposed to handle this? I mean, first of all, the quarterbacks right now don't look nearly as good as we expected them to look. Exactly. There's a lot of time between now and next April, and somebody will absolutely step forward. But how are you supposed to then approach that? Because then you've got a wasted second-round pick from last year and this year on Dart. Dave, I'm not trying to be Mr. Clouds here. I'm looking, man. And I'm trying to figure out in your head how you can try to be okay.
I'm not okay. I'm not functioning at a high level. It's really upsetting. And I made the mistake. You talked about the YouTube show that I'm doing, and I do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 o'clock.
Giants Obsession.
Right.
Dave Rothenberg's
Giants Obsession. You like the name?
I do.
It's kind of catchy.
I do.
And then it's on Sundays at 7:30 p.m. So it's like a
preview.
post. Or when they play Kansas City, we did it after that. It's just 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I got a little notification that you were doing it. Yep.
And it's like, I said to the guys that I'm involved doing it with, I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, I sat there, we went on live, and I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to sit here and talk about this again. It's the same crap every single time.
And I have to tell you, when I saw that toward the end of the game, Dave's doing a post game. He didn't want to do that.
No.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, is Dave now regretting this decision? But I don't think he is. But I know he doesn't want to talk about this now.
You have to believe that one day is going to change and turn around.
But that's what Jets fans think, too.
Yeah,
and when was the last time they were successful?
13 years ago.
More than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad. I mean, this is just so.
Do you know how hard it is
so you're becoming a Jet?
The Giants are the Jets. They're one and the same. The Jets are the Giants. Do you guys, and I know you do, so this is rhetorical, understand how hard it is to be this bad for this long?
Yeah.
It's not easy.
What is it, 9 games since he won 9 games?
He's won 9 games since they won 9 games in 2022.
And that
oh.
team was very smoke and mirrors. Like
We
the
know.
one game
A
that
lot
I
of close
remember,
games. They won the Ravens game.
that's the one that
At
I was
the end,
because they
it's like,
shouldn't
what?
have
Like
won
the
that.
two-
And
two
remember
lucky
Lamar
bounces,
was
yeah.
like fumbling the ball away. Like they
In
shouldn't
the
have
last
won
4
that
minutes,
game.
yeah.
Yeah, the worst thing that could have happened.
And that's what made y'all double down on
Well,
everything.
they kept Daniel Jones, and he played really, really well against Minnesota. You can't
Yep.
deny that. He played a great
correct.
game, and then you had to reward him. And it's just, they're a disaster.
All right,
They really are.
Last one. Does
Yeah.
the Jones thing bother you right now?
No.
Not in the league.
Are you happy
'cause
for him?
Yeah. I don't like Saquon Barkley because he plays for the Eagles.
Right.
Right.
If Saquon would have gone to, and I said this a million times, the Texans, I would root for Saquon.
I don't mean are you happy for him? I mean, does it bother you even more about the current regime?
You may have had the guy.
I don't know about that. I think Daniel Jones and the New York Giants was just not going to work. It wasn't a marriage that was going to ever happen.
But was the marriage, falter because of the regime? They don't know how to build around the talent they have. I mean,
Maybe.
I like we always say, it's about what the players that you had go do when you leave. And look at Xavier McKinney. He's one of the best safeties in football. Look at Saquon. That speaks for itself. Now Daniel Jones has proven that it was about the environment he was in and not his skill set. I always thought Daniel Jones, and I've been on this soapbox for a long time now, I always thought he was right below Herbert and right below Josh Allen.
Really?
Yeah, I always thought his talent. I mean, he's a
great athlete.
Right, he's a great athlete that people don't realize, and he's big and strong in the pocket, and he gives you mobility and the opportunity to play certain offenses that are modern but still give you the traditional pocket passer.
Yeah, I'm pleased watching him. The one thing, I know you guys want to kick me out, which is fine in a second.
No.
But
You're just too rational right now for me. I really
you wanted me to lose my
No,
mind?
I didn't want you to lose your mind. I just kind of thought you might. But then,
I mean, I'm annoyed, but
they've just broken your spirit.
for the most part.
It feels like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean,
Like-
do you blame me?
No, I don't.
The guy that it feels like gets a pass here is Joe Shane.
Oh God.
Like I hear all
Yeah, he's horrible.
Dable, they're not tied at the hip. Well, how?
How?
Yeah.
How in the world?
We
if
ran-
they go 4-13, or God knows whatever their record winds up being, they're gonna bring this guy back again.
Yeah, we ran Joe.
I read
I
Dial
was
him in.
with you guys.
When
I
you
know.
talk about I have to work, you talk about I'm not going to be having a great time,
Did you hear
especially
Rick's,
if it goes the
did
wrong
you hear
way.
Rick's question to Tim Hasselbeck today?
I did not.
Oh, he asked him. And it's in the system if you guys care to
Yes.
drag it out.
Yeah,
of course.
How important is this game for the Jets on Monday? Do the Jets
It could start
So
something.
the Jets need to win this game.
Do you? By the way, you hinted at it this morning when I was listening? Do you disagree with me that it's a must-win for the Jets? Yeah, you do. It's okay if you do.
It's still hope for us.
No,
we still have hope.
I mean,
Oddly enough, we
Here's
still
why
have
I'm
hope.
saying it's a must-win. It's not a must-win like the Jets are making the playoffs or
Right.
anything like that. It's a must-win from the standpoint of how am I going
You're
to
playing
listen
a
to this
garbage
guy if
team.
you cannot beat this
Right.
god-awful team?
The only thing I'll say
and you've
is,
got
in a
into this
garbage
guy if you
team-
cannot beat this
Right.
god-awful team.
The only thing I'll say
and you've
is-
got a list of teams that are not very good coming up. But I can't
Right.
treat any of your optimism seriously anymore when you walked off the field clapping the other day. Oh, because we came back and we're fired up for that. But you go and you lose to the Dolphins. No.
I have been underwhelmed with Aaron Glenn.
So far, I don't know
I've
how
been
you
very
can't be,
underwhelmed with
but
Aaron
I'm
Glenn.
staying on board until
Well, you'd be an idiot to jump ship three games in.
this would. Well, I might
This
be
would
the
do
idiot
it.
after 4.
But the thing is, if the Giants lose to the Saints, there's not a lot of soft landing spots for the Giants.
No.
That's what I'm saying. If they lose to the Saints, Jackson Dart could be setting up his own demise. So if you want to
Correct.
win, you better win that game because that could give
They need
the
to win
Giants
that game.
your number one
Because Spencer
overall pick.
Rattler is winless,
Right.
as a quarterback
Right.
in this league.
That should give them that may give them the tiebreaker for the number one pick, and that may be the old Kyler Murray, Josh Rosen thing, where the next coach comes in here and say,
Well,
"No,
the Giants
I
will
don't
beat the
need that
Commanders
guy."
in Week 16. When it doesn't matter.
The meaningless Week 18 Giants Cowboys. We got that on lockdown. Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Thank
you
you.
for
Appreciate
hanging
it.
out.
Thanks for coming
and get yourself a nap because you're going to have an early morning tomorrow. But I'm excited for you.
We're out at the Ryder Cup in the middle of the night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to sleep? Like, you know what you should do? Like all the guys used to do at Bethpage to wait for tea time. You should sleep in your car right outside Bethpage.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't live on Long Island.
No, I'm Westchester.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm going to have to leave
So
my
you're
house
probably
at like 2:30.
If any cops jump on your hood, just stop.
I got you. I'm going to follow that.
Just
advice.
stop and give him your ID, man.
I understand.
Don't try and drive.
Dave Rothenberg's Giant Obsession on YouTube. I love it.
Thanks, guys.
Love it.
Love you.
Folks.
All right.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
That's Dave Rothenberg, of course.
The
DiPietro and Rothenberg, that's all secondary, okay? We're worried about the Giants' obsession thing. We get the Rick thing. We get it. Yeah. Listen, we're here on YouTube, on the ESPN New York YouTube page. We are, of course, available on the ESPN app where you can also get the YouTube part of it. And since we started there, I do want to turn to the Mets for a few minutes here.
No.
It's just non-competitive last night.
Come on, man.
Non-competitive. And
I get back from the soccer game. It's 10 to.
Wait, by the way, what the hell are you doing at the NYCFC game?
Hey,
What
man.
was that?
I'm a man of the peoples.
Yeah, are you tight with Messi and I missed it? First of all, did he show up? Because you talk about no-show jobs. Like, that's the greatest no-show job there's ever been is Messi in South Florida.
I was there with Matt Freeze, you know what I'm saying?
I saw a picture.
The Great Wall.
Your daughter was there, too.
Yeah. She got to meet some crazy, like, YouTubers. She's like, Dad, you know who that is? I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah,
no.
I know.
I'm like,
the
who?
YouTuber stuff. Yeah.
I never seen her so flustered in my life.
Yeah.
Some type of
Influencer.
fashion influencer, man. They're taking over the world, man. Like,
Well-
I'm like, of course, like I'm 40. I'm a man. I'm 40. Of course, I don't know who the hell that is.
He got fired this week, by the way.
Yeah, I
Mike
know.
Gundy. Yeah.
I know. Crazy.
But we'll talk about that in a little bit. From the Mets standpoint, you didn't miss anything if you didn't watch it live because it's just non-competitive. It was absolutely brutal. And I'm not even that mad at Jonah Tong. How can you be mad at a kid who's barely been here?
Because he made us believe.
Nah, he didn't. The others did. Like Nolan McLean, I'd be a little more annoyed if it was that. But more than anything, they just were non-competitive at the plate. And then they obviously couldn't stop the Cubs from scoring runs last night. They luck out with the fact that the Reds, who come back down 2-1 in the ninth inning to tie the game, but then lose in 11, and the Diamondbacks lose in 11 last night, that it doesn't actually kill them. But I really walked out of the game, and it's not a day-to-day thing. I've been thinking about this for a while, but it's time to break it out. They're better off if they don't make the playoffs. They're better off because I don't want to see anybody go on any kind of a run here and change any real perspective on what this team is. Right?
I don't think it changes perspective. I think, Cohen, I think Stern, I think everybody understands what the issue is. And, you may think it's the hitting. I mean, you can tweak the lineup a little bit, but it's about this pitching that we thought that with the analytics and how, he believed a pitching staff should be put together is not right. You have to have a guy like that, right, in case somebody goes down. Because ultimately, it's like not having a backup quarterback, right? You're going to lose your starting pitcher or your ace, and I don't even know if the Mets have an ace. Who is their ace?
It's McLean right now.
Yeah, well, that's
by
future.
accident.
That's by accident. They didn't know that. I'm saying going into this season.
No,
who do they believe their ace was?
Whether it was Senga or Manaea?
Senga has never showed up. He's shown us that he's injured often, and he is so fragile, about his mechanics and all this analytical stuff that he gets in his own head. Just throw the damn ball, right? And we thought when the ghost pitch come, we thought the ghost pitch was going to be something that was going to revolutionize baseball, and he was going, what a cool name for a pitch. Hasn't worked out. You have to go out there and get you a guy, right? We always say when the Yankees, the Cole's not there, but they're like, oh, man, thank God they got Freeze. We need somebody like that.
Yeah.
And everybody needs somebody like that. Oh, Scruble's on the mound. You need somebody that you can say, I'm going to get my big brother. We need to stop. I'm going to get somebody, whether we know we got a chance. We need to stop the bleeding. They got nobody to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, the stopper in the rotation.
Yes.
Absolutely. And that's a real issue. And that's why I don't want – I think there's a possibility that you could actually find yourselves where you get on a run and it makes everybody forget about what the issues were. But hang on though, but then you have a GM who's going to say, well, look, we got this young pitching that performed well in the postseason. We got this and we got that. We're going to be okay. Manaea will have a bounce back year.
No.
Senga will figure it out.
No.
That I absolutely believe that's possible to happen.
You need a proven commodity. You need somebody that in his job description and in his salary suggests that this is the guy when all else fails that has to get it done. This is the guy that we believe can stop every 5 days, can get it done. We don't have these big losses because he's able to get it done. And then it takes so much pressure off of everybody else. You want to see McClain and Tong develop? Let them be in low-pressure situations. Let them be an add-on. You can't put that much pressure on a young player to say the hopes of the entire team rest on what I do today over and over again. These three pitchers, young pitchers coming up and have to be the rescue. They're not ready to absorb that. This isn't Syndergaard. This isn't Matt Harvey. This isn't Wheeler. This isn't DeGrom. They got to grow into that. They could be able to be those type of pitchers, but you can't put that on them year one.
No, you can't, but I'm worried that if they got on a run here that they would.
No.
I'm worried that David Stearns would look at it, well, wait a second. If you're going to get on me, okay, you can talk about the regular season, that's fine. Where do we end up? Let's say if they got on a run to the World Series again. Well, we got to the World Series 2 years in a row, and you're killing me? What are we talking about here?
No. I think that we have
it would be a result in spite of the process.
I think we have sophisticated enough decision makers and a sophisticated person, an analytical person at the top in Cohen that understands business, that understands when you just happen to luck up and what reality is. And the reality is they need an ace. And they thought it was going to be Senga, and it wasn't. We had opportunity to take an educated guess. You talk about taking an educated guess and what the analytics should have said. The analytics suggest that you should have got Alcantara because it was worth the risk. Like maybe he would have been better the year after. You had him under control. You had opportunity to steal you a great opportunity to have you an ace if you could fix him. Why wouldn't you do that? It was because what this pitching did at the beginning that suggests that they were going to be okay. We thought, okay, these guys are going to come back. Well, was this before? When did McGill get hurt?
Oh, God. It feels like 2 years ago now at this point.
Yeah, it feels like they were hoping and wishing that guys were going to come back. And, all the names they were talking about.
Well, there was a thought at one point that he was, and then he had a setback because he was already in rehab starts, and then he had a setback, and then they had to shut it down.
Right. So, I mean, listen, go out. They have to go get an ace. Simple as that. And, the decision on Pete Alonso, whatever they're going to do afterwards, is secondary. But they have to get a starting rotation that they can really feel proud of.
I'm telling you, man, I'm not counting on it. Like if
you think even
if they don't make the playoffs, all bets are off because then Cohen's behind closed doors going to be livid, and he should. Yeah. But if they do make the playoffs and they win a couple of rounds and they have a heroic Alonso type moment like they did last year against the Brewers, you're going to tell me that they're going to not quickly forget about some of the regular season? I think that's going to happen. I really do. And I wait a second. Like if they got to the NLCS last year, they get to the NLCS or World Series this year. If you're David Stearns, like everything that I'm preaching is working. So you need to dial it back.
You Cohen, you like, man, nah, hell no. Nah, bro. I overrule you.
This is what I want to know.
Find me a starting pitcher.
For Met fans right now, are you worried about that? Like, do you worry that if you actually put something together, some of the problems here aren't going to get fixed? This is not rooting against them. It's just thinking more big picture that they may actually be better off not making the playoffs because of it. Because that, to me, is a drastic enough situation where I don't have to worry about the owner acting. If they get to the NLCS again, or they get to the World Series again, or they get to the World, not again, but if they get to the World Series, like that's ultimately gonna protect and really hide all of what the issues are.
That's not what good teams do.
That's like when they use the airbrush on the makeup. Covers up all the problems.
But it's not what great organizations do. It's not what the Eagles do. It's not what Kansas City does. They recognize that, hey, we still have to evaluate our squad with their strengths and weaknesses based on what we see. And it's not about the result.
All right, load them up now. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. McGill went down in June. That's when it was. But then he's having Tommy John surgery now, so you're probably not going to see him for another year and a half. Anyway, 800-919-3776.
That's why I love baseball.
76. Look.
You can get hurt and get paid for a year and a half, and nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you
all
can
your
disappear.
Money. You get all your money. Like, oh, damn, I forgot he was even still around.
Yeah,
welcome back.
He spends a year in Florida.
What was that dude with Ellsbury that never played for the
Yeah,
Yankees?
exactly.
Like, damn, this dude got paid for 5 years. Nobody cared, man. In football, they would come back and take your stuff. Like, yeah, we know you spent the money, so we just gonna take your stuff and we gonna pawn it. We're gonna get back where we can get for it.
800-919-3776. So load them up now. Are the Mets actually better off not making the playoffs to make sure that they address what the problems are? 800-919-3776. Bart and Carlin, little football in a moment with our guy Jason McCourty, who we will ask about defensive backs licking their chops to face a guy like Jackson Dart. That coming in just moments. We're just getting started on ESPN New York and on YouTube on the ESPN New York page.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
It's another day of closures and frozen zones on the east side in the 30s and 40s because of UN week, and we have delays on the westbound Cross Bronx from the Bronx River Parkway out to the George Washington Bridge. If you're coming into the city, it's still 45 minutes to the upper level, 30 minutes to the lower deck, 30 minutes each at the Lincoln and the Holland tunnels. Very slow at the Brooklyn-bound Verrazano Bridge because of construction on both decks, the Cross Island Parkway. Very slow southbound from the Throgs Neck down to the LIE, and in Brooklyn you have delays on the inbound Gowanus northbound BQE combination from the Belt Parkway all the way up to the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm Adam Walski for 880 ESPN New York.
On the basketball court, the soccer pitch, or even the golf course, your crew brings their best not just for the win, but for that post-game celebration. When victory tastes like Michelob Ultra, it's worth every drop of sweat. And if you don't win, you'll still get the beer. It's just on you. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. Superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
1877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org. When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid in store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
Why do you go to Princeton Longevity Center?
We go to Princeton Longevity Center because my husband's cardiologist told him having this exam saved his life.
Because somehow 20 turned into 40, and now I need to take my health more seriously. The Princeton Longevity Center designed a program to keep me healthy and active, so 50 and 60 will be no sweat.
Because even though my cholesterol is high, it turned out my arteries are clear. That's a big relief.
Whether you want to make the most of your future years or just want peace of mind, you need the Princeton Longevity Center. Their comprehensive preventive exam combines the latest technology with caring experts to create your personal plan for staying well.
Because I shouldn't have to wait an hour for a 10-minute physical. I go to Princeton Longevity Center because I get everything done in one day and take my results home with me.
Find out why you need Princeton Longevity. Call 888-8000-PLC or go to PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. Call 888-8000-PLC. That's 888-8000-PLC.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
Every week on Thursday, he joins us at 10:30 a.m. He is Jason McCourty, ESPN NFL analyst, who joins us right now. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN app as well as YouTube. Jason, what's up? How you doing, brother?
What's happening, man? How you guys doing?
We're okay. Bart?
I mean, we're paid to cover the Jets and Giants. How you think we doing?
So I come on. I'm all excited to talk to you. Chris goes, we're okay. And then Bart complains about the team to cover. I'm just fired up. I can't wait. I'm so excited to talk to you guys.
Well, this is what we do. We want, by the end of the call, for your spirit to be broken.
I appreciate it.
Because that is the goal. Let's start there. Let's just start with Jackson Dart, first of all, and the decision to go to him now. What did you make of it, and what are realistic expectations here for Dart the rest of the season?
I think a lot of the conversation has been Brian Dable is doing this to save his job. And there's an aspect of that you can get into, and you can go down a long rabbit hole with that. And the whole way the NFL is set up with you bring in a quarterback, you keep the head coach, and blah, blah, blah. As I look at it, I feel like at this point, Dable almost didn't have a choice. And you look at, I think specifically Russell Wilson in the red zone and how he has struggled last year in Pittsburgh, this year so far with the New York Giants, how he struggled in every single game when he gets down there. And I think it came to a toe this past game where you watch him throw the ball into the tunnel. I think to a certain extent, if you're in that Giants locker room and you're playing against the Kansas City Chiefs Sunday Night Football, and you look up and you're like, we're in this game. Like, defensively, we're playing our butts off and we have a chance to win. And when you see those series of plays, I think you have to turn to Jackson Dart at this point, because you got to give the locker room a spark. You got to give the locker room a little bit of hope. Does that mean that Jackson Dart is going to come save the entire organization? Is this the ideal spot you want to put him in when the team is struggling? No, you don't want to do it that way. But I think you almost fall to no choice. I don't think if you go Jameis Winston, I don't think the locker room's looking at you like, all right, we're really trying to win. We've seen what Jameis can do. We kind of know where he's at. So Jackson Dart is the unknown that possibly could help get this team to perform better on Sundays. I think realistic expectations is, it sounds just so cliche, but you want to see him go out there and operate and run the offense. You don't want him to go run around and be spectacular every single play. But I do think when you draft this kid as high as you did, and you said you fall in love with him in the draft process, it's because you do think he has some special characteristics and some special traits that maybe 3 to 5 times a game, those plays, you see it and it jumps off the film where he makes a guy miss and he's able to extend the play, or he's extremely quick with his release and gets the ball out exactly where he wants to go.
I feel like you can relate because you've been in you've had some colorful quarterback rooms in your career. I've been in those same, like I tell people, I had Cleo Lemon, Anthony Wrong. I've had Kyle Bowler. I've had Troy Smith. So I've been there. I understand. But I also know as a leader what it is on the defensive side. How do you keep this team together and say collectively this is how we have to win? Because I think for them to be able to support Jackson Dart, it has to come from the defensive side of the ball because you know what it's going to look like. A punt is a good thing. So what are some of those conversations you're having amongst your leaders in that room, in that defensive room, about what we have to do and what our role is to be successful?
It's such a great point. And when you get a rookie quarterback coming in, to your point, especially as a secondary, we're coming in and we're saying to ourselves, like, we got to create takeaways. We got to go out there and give Jackson Dart short fields so it takes pressure off of him, pressure off of our play caller on the offensive side of the ball, and they know that you can rely on us to go out there and make plays. It also puts a lot of added pressure on the defense because, to your point, in some of the quarterback rooms I've been in, you sit there on the sideline during the course of a game, and as a cornerback, if I give up a 45-yard touchdown pass and the ball goes over my head, it's extremely deflating because you know we may not be able to match that on the offensive side of the ball. So it is the pressure to damn near play perfect and know that we can't put ourselves in a situation where now we're down 10 points in the second quarter because that can completely change our game plan. So it's a ton of pressure on the defense. But I also look at that as there's a lot of money spent on the defense. You look at the front seven and the guys that they're paying up there, they have to go wreak havoc and make plays. You brought in Adebo Paulson on the back end. You brought in Javon Holland. Like, you brought these guys in to be impact players. So it is more on their shoulders, but this should be something that they can handle.
Why? And that was you kind of start answering my next question. Why have this defense struggle? We thought this was going to be something short of the 85 Bears when you look at the personnel and all the things that they have, wreaking havoc. And, why has Jalen Carter not seemingly been the Michael Parsons, Aiton Hutchinson that we thought he would be?
The challenge is you look at him, and I would look at the Dallas Cowboys, and I think when CeeDee Lamb was out there, that's one of the best offenses in the NFL. Like, they have a passing attack that can really get you. So that was very disappointing to see it be that bad. But at the same time, they gave up, it was 21 points to the Commanders, 22 points to the Chiefs. Like, I'm not saying that's failing defense. Like, the days, like, you've been on some dominant defenses. The days where you're now holding teams to 16 points, 17.8 points per game, it's so hard to do that. If you can get some takeaways, if you can hold them to right around 20 points, you're giving yourselves a chance. I think, to your point, where you want to start to see them really attack the football. You want to see those sack fumbles. You talked about the rookie being able to come off and make plays. You want to be in situations where you are in those third and longs throughout the course of a game. And now you can, if you're Shane Bowen, design defenses of what we're watching the Packers do with Micah Parsons, where you're coming up with things to attack the pass protection, and you still have a ton of guys in coverage because you can rely on those front four to be able to run games or do different things like that to get home. But you got to get in those situations. You got to get in those third and longs. You have to put some pressure on the offense to know that, hey, we have to score points. The struggle is when you don't have it on the other side of the ball, it's a little bit harder.
Jason McCourty with us, ESPN NFL analyst. On the flip side, when you're facing a rookie quarterback and it's his first start, how much are you licking your chops going into that?
Man, not only that, and he's going against the Chargers. This is a defense that predicates themselves on changing the picture after the snap. So what that means is they're going to come out and you're going to see two safeties back there. And if you're Jackson Dart, you're going, all right, I got cover two. I know exactly what it's going to be. And as soon as the ball touches his hands, you're going to see guys rotate all different ways to create a different type of cover. So I think it's a huge challenge because when you're a defense, you're like, there's different things he hasn't seen. So yes, you can go back to what Jackson Dart did in college. You can go back to what he did in the preseason. I promise you it is not going to be what he is going to see when he goes out there and he faces this defense. So I think that's the biggest challenge for him is you get up to the line of scrimmage, there's so many things going on in your mind. Where's Derwin James aligned? Is he going to be blitzing? Is he in the deep part of the field? Is he on the line of scrimmage? How many guys are up here? Who are they going to bring? Where am I setting the protection? Where's my one-on-one matchup I want to go to? So there's just so much going on in your head as a rookie quarterback that the rest of the team and the rest of the guys around him are going to have to step up. You got to be able to run the ball and take pressure off of them.
Now, with that being said, were you surprised that they chose the Chargers to debut a rookie quarterback with the number one scoring defense probably for the last 2 years? I know no Khalil Mack is there, but were you surprised with that? And with that, what suggestions would you have as a defensive player to your young quarterback about being able to handle those type of complex looks?
I was a little disappointed because the week after they play at the Saints, and I have that game, so I was hoping that was going to be the Jackson Dart coming out party, a little bit favored to us. But you know what? When I looked at it, all right, they play the Chargers and they play the Saints. The games after that, the Eagles, the Broncos, the Eagles, and the 49ers.
Wow.
So to your point, if you spare them and you say, all right, we're not going to start you against the Chargers, we'll start you against the Saints. When you look at the defenses that come up after that, it's almost like, does it really matter? Like, if we're going to put you out there, like, let's just go for it. Let's rip the Band-Aid off and let's start coaching you off of this tape that we're going to have each and every week. Because when the Broncos come into town, they are going to be blitzing the hell out of him and attacking him. The Eagles and what Fangio does, the disguises, it doesn't change. And the same with the 49ers. So I don't think there's just no easy way to insert him, so you might as well go for it. And as a defender, I'm saying to him, man, take a deep breath, enjoy the moment, and just know we got your back. You don't have to – it is not your job to come in here and save everybody. We were struggling before you got here. That's why we were able to draft you so high. So take a deep breath, enjoy the moment, make the play that is supposed to be there and the play that is there, and we'll do the rest. That is exactly what I would say to him.
Jason, last one for me, and it's Jet-related here. I feel like we talked about this a little bit last week, but I want to bring it back. The need, when you have a new, young head coach and you haven't broken through in the first couple of games, as a player, to be able to continue to buy into what's going on, to see it actually translate. In other words, how important is this game for Aaron Glenn just to really not lose guys, but just hold everybody and show them some results to make them feel better?
Man, it's huge, and it's no different with a team than it is with, like, parenting. For people out there that you have young children, when you tell them something or you're working at something, if you have a young kid that wants to be good at playing an instrument and you explain to them, hey, if you want to be good at this instrument, we got to practice every day for 1 hour. And when you have that recital coming up in a month, I promise you it is going to be good. When that recital comes up, if he or she just stinks it up, it's going to be hard for him to believe in that hard work they just put in for a month. And I think the same thing goes for a football team, and Aaron Glenn in particular here. You come in as a new head coach with a new system and a new way of doing things, and you guys drill that from April all the way till now. And in 2 games this year, 2 out of the 3 games, the game was right there for your taking to be able to win, and you've fallen short. Without the results, guys start to doubt or question. So you want to be able to get those victories, to be able to point to it on a Monday. Like I told you guys, if we took care of these 3 things, these are our targets this game. We did all 3 of them, and that's why we have a win. It is just so much easier, guys, especially when you're as close as they've been so far this season.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not 100%, but you had another coach and then Vrabel came in?
I missed Vrabel. So my time in Tennessee, I had Jeff Fisher, then I had Mike Munchak, then Mike Malarkey.
You had 500 Fisher?
Yeah. I had my guy, Mediocre Fish, as my guy.
Okay. Well, I guess I take that question out then because I was trying to figure out, like, when you go to a new place and you have a coach that's supposed to bring the persona and the energy that Aaron Glenn brought in. Like the most important part is the early part of the season when you have adversity, because when I first came here with Rex, we won the first 3 games. Then people realized that Sanchez couldn't throw left, and so they started packing the right side of the field, making him throw across his body, and we lost the next 3. And that's when it comes up, and that's when your leaders have to step up to be able to say, hey, stay the course, because you can start to lose like that confidence in yourself and the confidence and what your coaches are telling you. Like, I look at Wilks, and I don't know if he has answers to the test because I've never – in looking at the games, from a strategy standpoint, I've never felt like the Jets have had the advantage schematically. You know, sometimes you just wake up and your coach like, damn, this scheme is killing their protections. Man, we know exactly what they're doing. They throwing us. He told us that this will work, and this is working. So I'm wondering, like, at what point does maybe Glenn start to go into that room? Because I feel like Glenn coordinates a totally different defense than what Wilks does. When we looked at that Lions defense, it was about blitzing and, like, organized chaos last year with the Lions. And now I'm looking at this team that's so passive that, you know, it's not really taking advantage of having a lockdown corner in Sauce and having fast flowing linebackers. So if you lose to the Dolphins, I mean, I come in there like, man, we stink, and that's a tough place to be when you thinking that we getting right off of this team. They're like, oh, we gonna get right off of you.
Well, I think to your point, it's a really good challenge because the Dolphins are 0-3, but as you know, that offense could put up 40 points on you in a hurry if you're not defending it the right way. So if you are on defense, you are questioning some of the things you're doing. When you go out there and play Miami, there's a very specific way that every team plays Miami with 2 deep safeties and being able to stop explosive plays. So if you do something different and it doesn't work, there are going to be questions. And I think the first part of what you were saying, I have 4 different head coaches come into the building when I was in Tennessee. And every time a head coach comes into the building, they all come in and they tell you there's a problem with the culture in the building and you don't have enough good players. And they all come in, all the signs in the building and all of that stuff, they take all of them down and they put up new signs that all say the same exact thing with different words. And to your point, when it doesn't work, when I had a Ken Wisenhunt, who was a head coach that had a ton of success in the NFL as a coordinator, Super Bowl, and those different things, when he comes in and he's telling you these certain things, and we went out there as a team, and with something as small as this, as on Saturday, we were all accustomed to doing walkthrough. You're out there in shorts and a T-shirt and a baseball hat. He comes in and he says on Saturdays, our bodies are like a brand new sports car, a Lamborghini. You can't just let it sit. You got to always be revving up. So on Saturdays, we're now in cleats and a helmet. And we're getting our heads beat in. We're getting our heads beat in on every Sunday, and we're losing game after game. No one starts to believe it anymore. It's like, Coach, this ain't it. And he was there for a year and a half, and he got fired. So
and
I think,
it wasn't it.
To your point, when you have a new way of doing things, at some point the results have to show up.
J-Mac, great stuff. We'll talk next week, man. Thanks.
Good to talk to you guys. I'll see you.
I hope you're feeling light and happy now. We didn't mean to reflect the weather outside.
I feel so much better now.
We'll break you down next week. Don't worry. Thanks. Jason McCourty, ESPN NFL analyst. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. We all turn to some funny places for support, but not everyone is a therapist. Not everyone is the one. Find your right match with BetterHelp. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and their 10-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means they typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recs. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/timeout. That's betterhelp.com/timeout.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-90 Turbo Select for $249 for 24 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN S1225248. MSRP $40,000. Zero security deposit. Ends 9/30/25.
Well, to hit a home run, everything's got to line up perfectly, just like when you find the person you want to marry. When it's time to propose, well, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. From their beautiful 2 by London collection to custom designs for any budget, They make finding the perfect ring easy. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations and tell them I sent you for the Michael K. treatment. London Jewelers, getting it just right.
We are proud to serve our country, to serve our local communities, to wear the uniform, to be a soldier, to serve abroad when and where duty calls. We are ready to stand with our brothers and sisters to defend, to serve, to fight. We're always ready, we're always there. We are the New York Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the New York Army National Guard.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
A lot of people on the chat on YouTube. By the way, we will incorporate that quite a bit. So, by all means, get involved on YouTube as well as on the phones, which we are going to hit here momentarily because we had people chime in on the Mets.
Yeah, come back, everybody. Don't worry.
It's all right. We don't. Hey, settle down. We don't beg.
No, I'm just saying come back.
We don't beg.
Okay.
All right, come on now. 800-919-3776. But also on YouTube, leaving the comments as well. And I'm getting a lot of this morning. Man, you look beat. You all right? Like, do I have bigger bags under my eyes today?
No, we just it's the end of the week and it's been defeated.
No, it's talking about me, not you.
Yeah, I'm saying it's like the end of the week and
you always look good.
No, we're defeated. You know what I mean?
I'm not defeated.
Our team stink.
First of all, if you're worried about me falling asleep, that's the other guy.
Yeah.
Secondly, so don't worry about that.
Well, we got the Yankees.
But yeah, I don't know. What am I going to do about? Here's the thing. Here's what I have discovered in the last few years, okay? When you and I first got together, I was probably about 20 pounds lighter than I am now.
Hot 20?
And yeah. Oh, yeah. And so that being the case, if I, take a picture with somebody and I'm smiling, it looks like my eyes are closed because the fat in my face all moves up from my cheeks.
It's a nice cheekbones. You know what I mean? It's high cheekbones.
No, it ain't cheekbones. It's cheek fat.
High cheekbones.
So, my eyes now consistently look like I'm squinting.
Yeah. You know, I got this thing. I can give you one. Because I'm.
You know what helps is cocaine.
Yeah, that LT. I tell you what, man. I've become my auntie. For like the last month, I've been ordering every product. Like, I've never been like an Amazon guy, even though I have an Amazon business. But like now when you're on Instagram, like all these products come up and it's just enough information to make you go,
No, I'm an Instagram sucker when it comes to buying
so
things.
Now I have like this cold press. You put it in the freezer, and then when you wake up in the morning and you're puffy, you take it here, it's like an inswell, but it's carved out to go underneath your eyes, and you just move
looks like eye
back.
black?
No. It's a steel,
roller.
It's a steel piece.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And you take it and you just like an impress and you push all the puffiness that goes to your face because remember you're laying on your face all night.
Yeah,
and your face is smushed.
Boombaka seems like he wants a piece of this right now. No, he doesn't. Yeah,
and then
Boombaka, you put on those headphones. Like, yeah, I'm on board with that. Absolutely.
You got the face roller's huge. Big thing.
Yeah, see, but this is different. This is like a face inswell.
What is the face roller supposed to do? Remove puffiness?
Yeah. It moves the lymphatic fat from your face.
Yeah, helps with lymphatic drainage. Absolutely.
By that, I should be rubbing it all over my body.
We get one of those things look like the paint rollers. You know what I'm saying? We tell Chris to lay down. Roll.
Game time isn't just on the field. It's in your driveway, too. At Kia City of the Bronx, they're making plays with the full lineup of brand new Kias ready for you at 3505 Connor Street. Don't sit on the sidelines while your dream car drives by. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955 and they'll get you behind the wheel of something fresh. Kia City of the Bronx. This is how the Bronx drives.
Schweppes, the iconic ginger ale of New York, is proud to sponsor the PGA of America. Schweppes has a deep lineup of ginger flavors, including raspberry, white peach, dry grape, and also available in zero sugar. With every sip of Schweppes, the dedication to quality, excellence, and the art of tastefulness will leave you feeling simply refreshed. It's a hole-in-one for all your drinking occasions. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your summer. Swing by your local ShopRite and grab some Schweppes.
Things today can seem kinda unpredictable. Who knows what's around the corner, right? Well, at Total Wireless, we want to give you something to be sure about. With us, you save 50% off Metro and Cricket when you switch with one line. Guaranteed. And you get to keep the phone and number you love. Visit our Total Wireless store today. 50% savings for unlimited plans versus comparable Total Wireless unlimited phone plans based on standard plan rates. Some customers may only receive the guaranteed savings after contacting us and validating the current plan rate. Excludes promotional, discounted, and bring your phone rates. For total 5G unlimited plan or higher, auto pay required. Applied on next renewal date. Additional terms apply.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
You know so much about who you are. But do you know what makes your body your body? With over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help you know the truth. Because you know you're made of grit, wit, and a good heart. But just how healthy is that heart? You know you're made up of all the places you've called home. You know you're made of your mom's sarcasm. And now you can find out if you have her thyroid too. You know you're made of college all-nighters and 30s early-nighters, but those still don't explain your sleep issues. You know that you're made up of good meals with even better conversation. But are you actually absorbing those nutrients? A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
Put him in the box! This is your radio home for New York Mets baseball. 880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Joe Budden. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So I'm here to make sure you don't miss any of the daily fantasy action this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. That's code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Now you got me looking into things and texting people during the break about the face roller. Because I need to get these. It's not bags. I mean, these aren't bags. These are garbage bags under my eyes right now.
Hey, man, it's just fluid, baby. I got the Inswell. I'll bring you one. I ordered 3. Whenever I order something, I always order more than one.
Yo, this is not fluid. It's fries. That's what's in my face right now. It's Bart Carlin, 880 ESPN, on the ESPN New York app, on YouTube, where you can go. You can leave your comments and check it in there as well. We will get those in. You know, people now, because of all of that, I got people, hey, you should try this for dieting. Oh, you should try that. You're going to take care of yourself, baby.
That's awesome. It's all good, baby. By the time we get to the end of the season, you'll be right.
I really am fascinated by what Jason was talking about there a few minutes ago. If you didn't catch it, we had Jason McCourty on, as we do every Thursday at 10:30. And I asked him about what a player needs to see in a locker room from a coach as far as proof of concept when you are preaching certain things and you're not getting the results early from what that is, and just how important that is. And he went much further than I anticipated to talk about that. And, you know, went as far as to point out the thing with Ken Wisenhunt about, you know, we're going to go be in helmets and cleats on Saturday,
Right.
Which, listen, I get it. There's so many different philosophies as to how to go about things, but J-Mac couldn't be more right. When I heard him say, like, I personally just like chuckled inside, because when you see things that are said and mantras for programs and signs are up everywhere, and then they get taken down, and then new ones get put up all over the building that say the exact same thing, but just in a different way.
Yeah, I mean, listen, one of the biggest examples of like a coach coming and like overstating or pushing his beliefs on grown-ass athletes. Remember, we've been doing it, by the time we get to this level, we've been doing it for a long time. And we hear about Myles Garrett. We hear about Derrick Henry and how much they invest money into their body. Like, I used to spend like $100,000 on my personal trainer a year too. You know what I'm saying? So when you consider that, then you have a grown man. Remember Chip Kelly was in Philadelphia?
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling those guys they had to take a certain shake and telling them what days, changing their off days and all that type of stuff. And, like, that's cool. But if it don't work, we're going to have some issues and some problems.
Right.
And that's usually what happens, because these coaches come in with their beliefs and philosophies, and it's about them telling you and them not being receptive to listening. Like, they come in like a dictator saying, this is what we're going to do, that, but they don't understand that each group is different, and you can't do what you did particularly with another group, with a new group. So then when it go bad and you ain't got no answers for us, then you lost us.
Are you better off in that case? I'm not talking about things like that. Or I'm not talking about things like meetings and mentalities and all that. I'm talking about health stuff and getting your body ready and all that kind of thing. When you're walking in the door, though, are you better off letting guys do at the beginning what they feel like has worked for them up until this point, and then if that's not working, talking them into a change?
Yeah.
Or are you better off trying to change something for everybody immediately, and then if it don't work, then you got a problem?
I'm telling you, when it really bears its head is when these guys come in and they bring their own trainers and strength coaches.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell am I doing in here? Like, this dude is – I'm not doing this crap. So you end up having guys – you just want to talk about beef? Remember, Revis hit Sal with a 3-piece and a biscuit.
Oh, that was the Sal Alosi guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Revis
I didn't know that.
Oh, man.
When was that? Was that public? I don't remember that.
Yeah, he dropped him.
The only thing I remember about Alosi is trying to trip somebody on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, he hit Sal with a 3-piece and a biscuit.
Oh, really?
1, 2, it was
dropped like a bag of dirt.
It was a jab, a straight right and an uppercut. Remember, Sal is like a power lifter too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he thought he was like the big tough guy
Yeah.
from Long Island. Reaver showed him what they do in Pittsburgh.
Well, this is my point. You don't start winning games here and start seeing the results of it. It's why I believe that Monday night is a must-win for Aaron Glenn for the Jets. It's not about contending this year or any of that.
Just for the
it's
culture.
Yes, I gotta get things going in the right way. And Bart, not only that, it sets me up for these games coming up because then all of a sudden it's like, hey, look at this stretch. This is very manageable.
Yeah.
We can do some things over the next 7 games. But if you can't beat the Miami Dolphins, who are you going to beat?
I mean, the difference is, like, if Aaron Glenn wants to lean on his Dan Campbell and 0-15, this ain't that team. This is a team that won, 5 games and 7 before. And so this isn't a team that's barren of talent and all that type of stuff. So, like, winning a couple games, still people are going to be questioning, do you know what the hell you're talking about, right? And listen, I don't know if this current coaching staff is the coaching staff that's going to stay. And usually when a guy's a first-time head coach, he usually parts ways with certain guys that really didn't live up to their expectations. The only good thing that the Jets have going for them is they have a lot of former coaches that were players. Mm-hmm. So not only can they go in and they coach you, they can tell you about their current experiences that they had. I think I saw Dre Bly on there, Aaron Curry, who's linebacker. So he has a lot of players, a lot more players than I realized that he actually had. So you're leaning on them and their personal experiences to kind of talk to the coaches and say, hey, this is, or the players and say, hey, man, listen, this is what's going on and this is why we're doing it and all that stuff. But like you said, to your point, at some point we need the results. And 0-4 is hard to come back from, especially when this is a team that shouldn't be 0-4. Maybe not 0-4, but this should be a team that wins at least 7 games.
No, but here's the other part of it. Because when you had 7 wins last year.
Well, 5 last year.
Or 5 last year, excuse me.
But the year before, 7-7.
Yeah.
2 years in a row.
What was the final record last year?
I think 5 and.
I thought they were 7-10 last year.
No. They were 7-10 to the previous 2 years.
When you're at that spot, you just expect progress this season. You expect to be able to move forward. And when you get to 0-4, that's now regressing.
Yeah.
That's now, where the hell are we? And we need to figure this out, and we need to figure it out quickly. And if you're not doing that, while that stretch after Miami is not what you would call world beaters right now, it still is one that all of those other teams would be looking at you saying, yeah, that's one we can go win.
Yeah.
They look at you the same way. So this is what Jason was talking about just a few minutes ago, in case you missed it.
It's no different with a team than it is with, like, parenting. For people out there that you have young children, when you tell them something or you're working at something, if you have a young kid that wants to be good at playing an instrument and you explain to them, hey, if you want to be good at this instrument, we got to practice every day for 1 hour. And when you have that recital coming up in a month, I promise you, it is going to be good. When that recital comes up, if he or she just stinks it up, it's going to be hard for him to believe in that hard work they just put in for a month. And I think the same thing goes for a football team, and Aaron Glenn in particular here. You come in as a new head coach with a new system and a new way of doing things, and you guys drill that from April all the way till now. And in 2 games this year, 2 out of the 3 games, the game was right there for your taking to be able to win, and you've fallen short. Without the results, guys start to doubt or question. So you want to be able to get those victories, to be able to point to it on a Monday. Like I told you guys, if we took care of these 3 things, these are our targets this game. We did all 3 of them, and that's why we have a win.
It just speaks perfectly to me, that you need to show that this is now forward moving and not back moving. And I get that sometimes you have to take a step back to take a couple of steps forward, but this was not supposed to be a rebuild. And I better not see that coming up here in the coming weeks, like any kind of reframing of what the narrative was, because this was never a rebuild of any sort. It was not.
This was a restructure and this is supposed to be
retool.
Retool and supposed to be a move forward. Right? And we thought that, bringing in Mimbu was a completion of a unit. And it was, and it has been. I mean, he's been dynamic. He's been arguably the best top 5 right tackle in football. I mean, you look at his metrics.
That good.
Yeah, his metrics. I think he's given up less pressures than any right tackle, like in the game. He's right there. Like, he's been more impressive than Fashanu.
This is something that, look, outside of not AVT, who was the other? Becton. Outside of Becton and Joe Indamuji this year, they've done very well.
Yeah.
And that's why it's even the more frustrating when offensively they're not doing a lot. And I know they don't have enough weapons, but still.
It feels like they're incomplete. They're incomplete. They couldn't get the receiver that they needed to complement Garrett Wilson to have a 1-2 punch. It's just last year, just imagine how this passing game looked. I know it had Aaron Rodgers, but when they brought in Devontae Adams. And they need to be able to free, just like Neighbors needs to be freed, Garrett Wilson needs to be freed. And the only way he can be freed is if he has a complement. And it's just unfortunate that they may have to do that through the draft. They haven't been able to find success with that second-round draft pick, that AB type of guy or that Emmanuel Sanders. Like, man, we drafted the guy in the third round. He's going to be the truth. We thought it was going to be Corley. It wasn't. They let him go. They thought that they had a number 2 in Alan Lazard. Who knows how much of that was just simply being able to play well with Aaron Rodgers. And so that's where the miss is. Like, it's imbalance, right? So they've done a great job with the offensive line. We know they have running backs, but it's when they can force you to be one-dimensional, meaning that they can force you to only be able to do things as far as running the ball successfully. Like, it's easy. Like, in this game, you have to have 2 good receivers. You see in every system that we see, everybody has 2 really, really good receivers. And if you had to take the receiving core from the Jets, you would probably say the Jets. I would probably say the Jets have the worst receiving core in football. And I don't even think I'm stretching it. You name it.
I got to think about that.
I mean, let's just say the worst case scenario, you go to the Panthers. You got Leggett and you got McMillan that just came in, who's leading all rookies in receiving.
I'll give you an example, though. All right, and this is more because of injuries than anything else. I just did the 49ers game.
Yeah.
Like, outside of Pearsall, they don't have anybody.
Yeah, but you know they got Brandon Ayuk coming back. So this is the thing. Like, the Jets.
I don't know when, and he was bad last year.
But the Jets have nobody coming back.
Right.
So it's nobody that can save him. They don't own that person on their roster. Brandon Ayuk, we know, is a 1,000-yard receiver and when healthy, a top 15 receiver possibly in this league. And they have Kittle.
Here's the thing. Pearsall is the only thing they have right now. They don't have Kittle. Like, Kittle's not coming back. None of those things. Guy had 8 for 117 the other day.
But that's what
we get him open.
That's
like, this is what I'm saying with
right
with Garrett.
Yeah, even with Kittle being gone, you can arguably say that when Jennings comes back from injury, they're still the better 1-2. I mean,
yeah,
it's like Buffalo has a collection of like has-beens. They got your own guy, Elijah Moore, looking like a damn champion.
800-919-3776. DiPietro and Rothenberg tomorrow, baby. Golf's greatest rivalry teeing off at Bethpage Black, and the guys are bringing you all the action, energy, and passion straight from the course. Do not miss DiPietro and Rothenberg tomorrow morning, only on ESPN New York, brought to you by Michelob Ultra. No matter what you're playing for, make it superior with Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, a superior taste worth playing for. Official beer sponsor of the Ryder Cup. David and Elizabeth is up next on 880 ESPN. Lines are open on the Jets and Mets at 800-919-3776. What up, D?
What up, fellas?
How we doing?
7187, the usual. Yeah.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
7187 is a track that I pull here at my job.
Oh.
So I'll tell another coworker to grab it from me. Pause.
Oh.
Why? I speak to the gentleman. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So look, I'm gonna go all over the place real quick, but I'm gonna make it quick. Last night got invited to a Yankee game. Oh man, Aaron Judge, box office. The Mets still stink. We knew that already. And let's get into football, the real conversation. So Bart, you're super smart and intelligent, so you already stole my steam, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Aaron Glenn needs to call the defensive plays. When you go back and you look at the mistakes, what's going on with the DBs, some of the silly, penalty calls, all that good stuff, he needs to tighten down on that. Like, that's his MO. That's his forte. He needs to definitely address this and probably take over the defensive calls because we're horrendous on defense, man. And, they got the new pickup with the gentleman from Titans, but I see he's a penalty monster. So, we'll see what's up with that. And here's another thing, too. You guys see that I'm telling people 7187 at my job. How is my man Alan Nazar getting a free check? Yeah, you scored a touchdown when we lost the other day. But still, like, you need to be complimenting Garrett. You need to be out there. Like, for example, you stole my steam again, bringing up 49ers, right? At least when Jennings comes back, that's a name you know. That's a household name. He could catch a ball in traffic.
Yeah.
He could produce for his team. Like, I don't got besides Garrett Wilson, Taylor, Ruckert, who else is catching the ball? And they don't get Brees going with the formations and getting him to go out there and catch routes.
My point about the whole thing with the Niners was just that the other day they had everybody else out, and Pearsall still goes for 117.
What a backup quarterback.
Yes. Can we get the guys open? Can we get Garrett Wilson open? Like, what's going on there?
Man, I be having Garrett Wilson in the backfield. I have him in the slot. And they put him in the slot sometimes. But, you put somebody in the slot and you don't respect the person outside of him, then you're just going to double the slot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just going to bracket them.
It's not like that definitively is going to create unbelievable matchups.
Right.
So, look, I get that. I just, from their standpoint, you have to get this game.
This is like the last stand. I know it's early.
In some ways.
This is the last stand. Like, we're giving you 0-3 and saying you still have a chance because 0-3 isn't traditionally what 0-3 used to be because of the extra game and the extra spot.
I want to turn to the Giants for a few minutes because it was made official yesterday that Jackson Dart is going to be the starter. Not just
that was just
for
yesterday.
Now. That was yesterday.
That felt like it was like they mentioned it like Monday.
He made it official. The story broke on Tuesday.
Okay,
but the Giants said yesterday for certain that he's going to start. But also said not just for now, but for the rest of the year. Here is Dable on what the expectations are.
Expect him to prepare. Expect him to go out here and get better each time he plays. It's not always going to be perfect, but I do think that he has the right makeup and athleticism. And look, we're going to do everything we can do to help him be the best player. I know he is as well. It's not just on one person. It's on the entire team. And that's what we're going to do.
Look, that's fine. With Dable,
yeah.
Now I'm hearing you're going to be more involved in the offense now?
Damn straight. If I'm going down, I'm going down. I ain't going down by myself. I'm going down my way.
I get that. I get that. But now that we're trying the young kid, now we're going to get more involved.
You damn straight.
Yeah.
Because if he does good, it's my fault. If he does bad, Kafka didn't have him prepared. Hey, just quarterback coaching and get it done.
I don't know what to expect. I really don't, because I feel like I don't want to be a sour individual about this. I just don't know how this goes well. I know that Andrew Thomas will be closer to 100%, and I feel good about that. But I just look at the Giants, and what I'm seeing is a team that's just not very good. And it's not the wrong move to start him. Mm-hmm. It's the right move to start him because you do need to get answers. But like when we were talking about with Dave earlier, Bart, I just feel like they're stuck in such a middle situation. Like, what do they call that when you're stuck in the middle between heaven and hell? Purgatory. Like, this feels like purgatory for the Giants because now you have to play Dart. You know the coach is probably out. You know the GM is probably out. You let them make a trade to move up to get him. If you then keep him playing for the rest of the year and he doesn't play great, he's okay, is it fair to him if you have a top 5 pick that you're going to go then start looking at other quarterbacks and you've already traded away a second-round pick because whoever comes in might want to go get their guy? Like, I just feel like all the way around, like the walls are closing in on the next couple of years. Plus, as good as this defense is supposed to be, it's not. A, and B, if it is, and it's just schematic and you can get it fixed, you're wasting the window.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting to – and maybe, I've watched the games, but Carter hasn't really – actually, Thibodeau has popped off the screen – for me, more than than Carter. Like, it looks like you even heard in the broadcast. Oh, Thibodeau is really playing at a high level, right? I really just haven't seen. Like, I know the kid is special and they're playing him off the ball and they're using him in different ways, but I expected Aiden Hutchinson, at least the least I expected was Aiden Hutchinson, And I don't know if I've seen Aiden Hutchinson yet. And I understand it's early. He's trying to get his –
It's a high bar, but it's still expected.
I mean, they told us this dude
best one out of Penn State. Micah said that.
Yeah, this dude reached out and actually asked LT for his number.
Yeah.
Like, when you do that, I don't know what LT first 5 games were. But what is he?
They can't call Leonard Marshall now.
He's the 3rd overall pick?
LT was?
No. I'm talking about
Carter was the 3rd overall pick. LT was the 2nd.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I mean, even like T Sizzle. Like, I just don't know if I haven't seen that yet. Doesn't mean that he's not a generational talent, but I expected to see some different, at least some flashes. Like, when you talk about the flashes in the bright spots, I don't know if he's been more flashy than Scatterbull.
I'm just looking here to see what LT did in his first couple of games. All right, he didn't have a sack for a while.
Okay, so we're still on track.
Yeah, LT did not have is that
Was
right?
he injured? Was he hurt?
No, he played all these games. Well, maybe he was. I need to go back and check this.
I mean, right now we're sitting at 4 solo tackles and a half a sack.
That's not what we're looking for.
I want to see productivity, and he played heavily in why we believe that this defense was going to be otherworldly.
82 LT got hurt, but he had 7.5 sacks. 81, he didn't have one in his first year. Is that possible?
That can't be right. Was he on the strike?
I don't know.
The NFL strike?
Anyway.
You know who we need to call up? We need Richard to call up to tell us what happened in 1981.
No, we don't.
Richard!
You got to start yelling it like mustard.
you heard it? You heard it? See, Chris be trying to act like he ain't down. He down. He knew exactly what I was saying.
I think you need to go record that. Richard! I can't even do the mustard
Richard!
thing. I saw somebody with the mustard shirt the other day. I wanted to get it. And I'm just like, then you're just another guy wearing that shirt. Like, that's not one that can make it work. That is funny, though. Thinking of Richard as mustard.
What'd be funny is if he called up right now. Hi, Bart. Hi, Chris.
No, this is, if he does call up, or if from now on, I think that should be the purge horn. Is Bart yelling, Richard? Do it again. Give me one more time. Record this. There we go.
Richard! Hold on, I didn't get the gargle.
No. You got to get the full-on gargle in there.
Richard!
No, you didn't sell it at the beginning.
Oh.
I need you power hour. You sell harder.
Richard!
Not bad.
Put it on a beat. Dun, 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 dun.
Mark in Charlotte is listening on the ESPN New York
Making soundtracks for our callers, baby.
What's up, Mark?
Hey, guys. First-time caller. I think you guys are both spot on. Bart, I wanted to ask your opinion. I played the position in college. I'm coaching the position now in high school.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've seen from Jackson Dart, I know he played well in the preseason, and we don't need to put all of our eggs in the basket on his preseason performance, but just his makeup, his competitiveness, his focus. I feel like he's in every snap on the sidelines during these games.
Yeah.
Like I think he's completely ready for the moment. And to your point, he may not be successful. Eli wasn't successful his first 9 games, right? But I think he's ready. I think he was ready at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And, to your point, Carlin, about purgatory, it's tough to be a fan right now because of the purgatory situation. And you were spot on with, if the head coach does get fired and we still have Jackson Dart, the next guy's going to want his guy. So it's like, do we get excited about Jackson Dart's performance if it does go well, the rest of the year? Because, it may just be short-lived.
Yeah, listen, here's what I think is really important, Mark, okay? As much as Jackson Dart playing well would influence what the outcomes are the rest of the way, we know how tough this schedule is. I don't believe Jackson Dart playing well should influence the outcome in getting rid of the coach. Because to me, I can't give the coach an immense amount of credit right away if Jackson Dart plays well, but the team's not winning games. That to me is, all right, this kid's pretty good. We might have something, but let's get the right people in here with him.
Right. I mean, it's two philosophies. Hey, can this grow and can this ear, because remember, Daboll was considered a quarterback guru, a quarterback whisperer, right? And, we're questioning that right now because we see the quarterback that he coached last year is having success being mentored and tutored underneath somebody else's system. And maybe Josh Allen was just a great quarterback that was going to be great, just needed to be able to be a better decision maker.
By the way, the stats were not right. The game logs I was looking at were not right on Pro Football Reference. LT had 9.5 sacks his first year and was Defensive Player of the Year. And Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, year one. Yeah, I don't think we'd given his jersey number to
LT
nobody.
was first-team All-Pro his first 6 years in the league and 8 out of his first 9. Yeah, that's not what we've seen so far.
Yeah, so, it's still time. But, this isn't about Carter. This is about Jackson Dart.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. There is a massive game this weekend, at least for one team that we have not touched on, and we will hear from one of the principals in that. And trust me, you're going to want to hear it. But first, I want to remind you that it's Saturday, October 4th at Sports Illustrated Stadium in New York, at Sports Illustrated Stadium over in Jersey, the New York Red Bulls take on FC Cincinnati. Kickoff set for 7:30. Start your match day early on the Boulevard, if you will, at 4:30 p.m. That's right. Enjoy pregame activities, giveaways, live performances, and then at 5:45, catch the Red Bulls on the red carpet. Gates open at 6 with the first 10,000 fans get a reversible Red Bulls bucket hat. By the way, if you have not been to that stadium, I've been there a couple times, that Red Bull Stadium in Harrison, it's tremendous.
Oh, it's dope. Yeah.
It is really nice.
They really developed that area around there, too. A lot of stuff to do, places to eat before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. For your chance to win a family 4-pack, and it is perfect for families, enter now through the ESPN New York app. Just click the contest tile, submit your entry, bring the crew, secure your seats at NewYorkRedBulls.com. Plan ahead, travel smart. The Harrison Pat Station is going to be closed Saturday, October 4th, so free shuttles will run from Journal Square to the stadium.
And friends, go see Dr. Jay Shaw. He's a double board certified Ivy League trained pain specialist. Don't let your neck, back, sciatica, or nerve pain slow you down at work or from the things that you love. It's time for you to reclaim your active lifestyle by calling Dr. Jay Shaw today at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw treats joint, neck, back, sciatica, and nerve pain. Dr. Shaw is also a migraine and headache specialist. Procedures involve no cuts, no scars, no incisions, or downtime. Call Dr. J. Shaw to take a non-surgical approach with precise image-guided procedures without any pain medication. Enjoy a pain-free life. Same-day or next-day appointments are available. Go to SandwellPain.com to book online. Put an end to your pain and suffering today. Why wait any longer? Make your appointment with Dr. J. Shaw by going to SandwellPain.com now. Regain your active lifestyle and enjoy all your favorite activities pain-free. Sandwell Pain now has 3 convenient locations in Woodbridge, Livingston, and a brand new office in Inglewood to best serve Bergen County. Visit SandwellPain.com to text or book online. If you wish you met Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner, most major insurances are accepted.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Thursday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. What would be more unbelievable? The Yankees winning the division or the Mets missing the playoffs?
We got to play better. We didn't play good again today, and it doesn't matter, what other teams are doing. It starts on us, and we're better than that.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
Did you know you can get more with New York Lottery Plus?
You pulling my leg?
No, seriously. Just enter scratch off and draw game tickets and get more points.
Pulling a fast one?
No. And you can put your points towards chances to win gift cards, cash prizes, and more.
Is this a stunt?
No, you even get points for playing new games.
You're pulling my chain, aren't you?
No.
Pulling my finger?
What? No, man, put that thing away.
Sorry.
Introducing New York Lottery Plus. Download the app, sign up, get more. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 25 Mazda CX-30 for $199 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. Then SM843629. MSRP $26,865. Zero security deposit. Ends 9/30/25.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Well, to hit a home run, everything's got to line up perfectly, just like when you find the person you want to marry. When it's time to propose, well, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. From their beautiful 2 by London collection to custom designs for any budget, they make finding the perfect ring easy. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations and tell them I sent you for the Michael K. treatment. London Jewelers, getting it just right.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
You matter, and so does your well-being. If you're facing tough moments, struggling with anxiety, depression, thoughts of suicide, or substance use, help is here anytime you need it. Call, text, or chat 988 for free confidential support. New Jersey's 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here 24/7 for you or someone you love, with trained counselors who listen and care without judgment. You matter. Remember New Jersey's 988. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
I'll tell you what'll be entertaining. You're going to want to check in tomorrow morning on the boys being out at, the Ryder Cup. Because I don't know if they talked about this on the air or not, but I'm going to bring it on the air. So there you go. They have been told, just because of all the crowds and everything, that they should be out there at 3:30 in the morning tomorrow.
Don't say in the morning. That's yesterday. It's like when it's 3:30, it ain't the next day until I'm off work.
Yeah, it ain't the next day at midnight. Screw that noise.
Yeah.
No. No, there's a good few hours in between yesterday and today at that point.
It's the reason they call it the graveyard shift. You work that too long, you be in the upper room.
I said to Dave this morning, it would be kind of fitting. Maybe you should just go out there tonight and sleep in your car like the guys who would wait online for tea times at Bethpage Black back in the day.
It's like Cam Cameron's, the Cram Crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
pitch a
Cameron
tent, man.
Crazies, yeah.
Yeah, pitch a tent and then
pretend
document.
it's college again.
He can do a late night pod for his Giants.
The Giants Obsession live from Bethpage Black at 2:30 in the morning.
See if you can get DoorDash coming out there or something.
Listen,
you can probably get some White Castle delivered.
Oh, you can get anything delivered anywhere now. All you got to do is drop a pin. And you're in, man. Trust me, you can get anything delivered anywhere at any time.
That's what I'm saying. You might as well. You ain't gonna be able to sleep if you got to be there at 3:00. You're not. When are you going to sleep? When you going to sleep? You gonna go to sleep at 10 and wake up at 2?
And you got to watch the Mets tonight, 7:40 as well. If that game's not a blowout, game goes to extra innings. You got a problem.
Well, I guarantee.
You got a problem, Dave.
I guarantee he gonna watch the game at 3 a.m. as he's filling in 3 a.m. to 3 a.m. condensed version.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sitting in the car?
Yeah. Come on, Dave. Go camp out, man. Camp out. That make a thing of it.
No, listen, I think it'd be
Can somebody out there drop off a RV on the property so that Rick and Dave can sleep in the queen size bed?
I don't think that's a good idea. First of all, I don't even know that you could get that past security because it's going to be heavily security tomorrow. I think the president's going to.
Well, what I'm saying is you get it as close as you can get it, and then they can just take a city bike or a scooter up to the, you know what I mean? You feel me? But that way they sleeping actually in a nice bed.
In a bed.
And and they can watch the game. Somebody loan our people an RV, man.
I would rather be doing that tonight. I would rather be
RV.
Sleeping in an RV close by, and that way I could be all tucked into the bed watching and being locked in on that.
Now, where's this place at? If is this Jersey City?
No.
Oh.
No. This is out on the island. This is Bethpage.
Oh, okay.
No. The one in Jersey City, the one you're thinking of, is what Greeny was talking about the other day.
Yeah.
The one in Bayonne.
Okay,
No. This was out on the. This is out.
But
this is Bethpage, Long Island.
But this is Tricky Ricky's hood, though.
Oh, for Rick, it's like roll out of bed and show up. Which, let's be honest, that's Rick's life to begin with.
Well, if that's
roll out of bed, show up.
If that's the case, you got to stay over at his boy house.
Why wouldn't they have a sleepover tonight?
Yeah, give him a jet, give him a Giants blanket. You know what I'm saying? A little passy.
Why not? Why wouldn't they have a sleepover?
Perfect.
That's a great point. That's a great point, Dave. Just go sleep at Rick's.
Dave,
I'm sure he's got a wing for you. The Islanders are paying for it.
Hey, when is that Bobby Bonilla payment coming?
I don't know when that ends. He wants to make sure everybody knows. Listen, guys, it doesn't come once a year on July 1st, okay? I get it bi-weekly. So Rick gets it every other week is when he's getting that Bonilla money.
Every other week is Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yeah. Bart and Carlin, 880 ESPN. On ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York app. I'm a little bit late for it, so I'm going to hold off for a couple of minutes. And then we will get to audio files. Or do we have Joe? We've got Joe at 11:45, don't we? I'm just screwing this whole thing up.
It's all good, man.
I completely screwed this whole thing up.
It's been a party.
All right, I tell you what. Abbreviated version of audio files. Hit it.
The audio file.
We're doing this on the fly. Carlos Mendoza, Mets, are you running out of pitching?
We'll piece it together. We'll continue to find ways to, get 27 outs and get the wins that we need here. It's not easy, especially with what's happened the past couple of days, even after an off day. We'll get together here and we'll continue to piece it together.
Yeah, buckle up. How many times are you going to say piece it together in 15 seconds?
But how can you piece together and not look directly at Stern like this is what you left me with? This is what I'm working with, bro.
Yeah.
You trying to get limousine riding, crocodile stopping, whatever you want to say, with a White Castle budget.
Yeah, it's not even the budget. It's the guys he picked.
Well, yeah.
It's the guys he picked. Jerry Jones, 105.3. Do you feel extra motivation to win against Micah Parsons this week? What is Jerry doing exactly in this game?
Yes, I do.
think the world of Mike as an individual, and of course know him well. And I might say I wish him well, except it's obvious I don't this weekend in terms of Green Bay winning the ball game. It makes for an exciting time, and I'm anxious to see if over the years when I saw Michael's mitigated, when I saw teams playing pretty well, he's going to make some plays no matter how you play. But when I saw people play us well with Micah in the game, and it did happen, then obviously we'll be looking to try to run those kinds of plays.
Here was Micah's response.
I'm the only winner on the team. The rest of them are losers, either by choice or by birth.
It's the crazy thing is, man, like, if that was the case, why would you get a game plan away?
I don't know what
just
to
keep
say,
your mouth. You don't have to. Just because somebody put a microphone on me, you have to tell everything.
It's just because they put a vending machine in the building doesn't mean I have to attack it.
Exactly.
Just because they put a microphone in front of Jerry doesn't mean you have to talk.
So basically what he's saying is that they're going to try and put him in RPOs and make him the read guy on the read option with him and Jamal and stuff like that. Like Philadelphia played him. They're going to run at him. They're going to try and not block him, like, and run the opposite, or, you know, make him be the decision man. Like, come on, man. That's why I say that. You're playing a team that's better than you. You don't have your star receiver. Why say anything?
Bart Carlin, Joe Fortenbaugh joining us next to make some money on ESPN New York.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. We all turn to some funny places for support, but not everyone is a therapist. Not everyone is the one. Find your right match with BetterHelp. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and their 10-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means they typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recs. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/timeout. That's betterhelp.com/timeout.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid in store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
Thursday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. What would be more unbelievable? The Yankees winning the division or the Mets missing the playoffs?
We got to play better. You know, we didn't play good again today, and it doesn't matter, you know, what other teams are doing. It starts on us, you know, and we're better than that.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
At Garden City Mazda, discover more about what moves you.
Our fall kickoff savings start now. Don't miss out.
So in terms of the quarterback situation, I met both with Russ.
Is unmatched in New York.
Embrace every unexpected turn with the new 2025 Mazda lineup. Refined performance. Spacious interiors to fit your life. Elevate your driving experience.
Garden City Mazda. Exhilaration at every turn, exceptional in every way.
We are proud to serve our country, to serve our local communities, to wear the uniform, to be a soldier, to serve abroad when and where duty calls. We are ready to stand with our brothers and sisters to defend, to serve, to fight. We're always ready, we're always there. We are the New York Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the New York Army National Guard. game time isn't just on the field. It's in your driveway, too. At Kia City of the Bronx, they're making plays with the full lineup of brand new Kias ready for you at 3505 Connor Street. Don't sit on the sidelines while your dream car drives by. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955 and they'll get you behind the wheel of something fresh. Kia City of the Bronx. This is how the Bronx drives.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Out here, it's football season, where nothing beats backyard grilling, gathering around the fire pit, and cheering on your favorite team with friends. The yard is mowed, the lights are strung, and the grill is warming up. Whether you need to fill up your propane, get a new grill, or even a generator, out here, it's game day. And we're ready for it. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
ESPN New York Couchcast is coming.
I just didn't feel like physically getting off the couch.
Don't miss this live stream event with your favorite ESPN New York personalities, including Dave Rothenberg.
Is football season here yet?
Rick DiPietro, Chris Carlin, Michael Kay. Oh, football. And Don Hahn Rosenberg.
They're playing football!
It all happens September 29th when the Jets face the Dolphins on Monday Night Football. Watch the guys' instant reactions and hear their unfiltered commentary all game long.
You're bad at football.
See it all unfold on the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
I'm just trying to have the best possible show. When does that start?
The ESPN New York Couchcast is brought to you by the All-American Ford Auto Group, Calandra's Bakery, and Jacob's Pickles.
Out of pure generosity of his time, of which he never minds giving any up, completely unpaid, is the weekly spot of Joe Fortenbaugh. It is gratis for us. It is Bart and Carlin on 880 ESPN, and he's here to try to make you money, and he asks nothing in return. Nothing but appreciation for who he is and
recognition.
Yeah, honestly. And he's fine if you meet Joe, go up, waste his time as much as you can. Time is the one thing that Joe is very generous with. Hi. How are you? How you doing, Joe?
I'm good. You guys cut out at the last second there. We'll blame it on the producer. Can't possibly be talent. Can't possibly be the guest. We're going to blame that on production. But your boy's doing great. It sounds like I'm driving. That's because it is. It is pouring rain here on the Bristol campus, and your boy hasn't elevated his stock enough to get a parking spot near an entrance. So I'm trying to figure out something that can put me in a spot where I don't get here. So is Thursday, September 25th, 2025 for your boy.
So this parking lot is not a satellite parking lot in which there might be a tram back to the Building 4 on the campus, no?
You know what? The fact that they let me through the gate each day, I guess I should be grateful for that sort of thing. But, yeah, that's your boy. I'm just driving all around the campus trying to find something. Keep in mind, not close. I'm not actually looking for something for close. I'm looking for something that isn't like a quarter mile in the pouring rain, because apparently, according to my wife, she did give me an umbrella once, and I lost it. I have no recollection of ever using an umbrella in the last 5 years, so I don't know how that's possible, but that's a story for Wednesdays at 9 a.m. during couples therapy.
I'm sure security can bring you a poncho. I mean, come on, man. Somebody can't call somebody to bring your poncho to your car?
That's what I'm saying. Like, can I live a little bit? Can we get a poncho out here? Company's doing well. We're forking out billions of dollars for NFL rights and college football rights. Can your boy get a poncho?
Or just something to put over his head, for Pete's sake, because, I mean, listen, I would just do what I do. Every time it rains, buy a new umbrella and then lose it. That's always worked for me. And especially to make sure I get price gouged in it, too.
I think that's a smart play right there, because obviously when you're buying when it's raining, prices are going up. Carlin's always buying high, selling low. Not a good way to live, but that's how we do things these days.
Just kiss the sky, and that mustache will suck up all the moisture. Don't worry,
Hey,
you won't get a drop. That mustache will protect you from everything.
Let me tell you something, baby. That mustache means Survivor is still alive and well. We've made it 3 weeks, which people listening are like, 3 weeks, what's the big deal? Big for me. I've been knocked out in week 1 2 of the last 4 years. I'll take it.
All right, start there. Survivor for you. Put aside who you've picked already. If somebody's out there right now alive, where are you going this week?
I think it's Houston. I think that's going to end up being the play.
Ooh.
A lot of people are going to look to Buffalo, 16.5-point favorite over the Saints. Buffalo's got a lot of favorable matchups the rest of the way. And when you start to assess Survivor, like I'm not saying you need to build the grid and look at every week through the beginning of January, but at least look to next week. And next week is pretty rough, although once again, Buffalo has a nice spot. So if you want to use Buffalo over the next 2 weeks, next week would be the spot. This week, you got to ask yourself, when else am I going to play Houston? We're at home. We got Tennessee. Tennessee is awful. Tennessee cannot protect Cam Ward. He's taking way too many sacks. He's not 100%. Houston, one thing we know, the defense can get after it. That'll help us. Offensively, they've been terrible, but against the Titans, can we get one victory? I think there's a lot of pride in that locker room. They're 0-3, but they find a way to get it done, and then we don't have to worry about playing Houston again this season because who knows if they'll score 10 points the rest of the way.
Joe Fortenbaugh is with us, ESPN Bet. You see him every night there. You see him on First Take. You see him on Get Up as well. All right, let's talk about tonight, the Seahawks and the Cardinals, because we're contractually obligated. What are you looking at there?
Absolutely. And we're going to gamble on this game, and we're going to gamble aggressively. So I'm glad that we have the opportunity to talk about this. And you gentlemen being in New York, we got some Ryder Cup action this week. We'll drop a few of those on you in a couple minutes' time. But that's a tease right there. That's a professional tease. And again, unpaid.
Record that.
Doing all of this professionally in the rain, unpaid.
Yes.
All right. So for tonight, the first look would be the under 43.5. Really like Seattle's defense. Arizona's defense is improved, but not great. The key to this whole handicap, and Bart can probably speak to this, Kyler Murray's history against the NFC West is abysmal. It's one thing if he has a bad season or there's one team that has his number. He is 8-22 against the NFC West. What does that tell us? Well, there's some good teams there, yes, but on top of that, that your divisional opponents, they see you twice a year. Yep. They get very familiar with you. They know your game. And if you're 8-22 against your division, that tells me they've figured you out. So I don't expect a ton from the Arizona offense. On top of that, I don't have the exact number in front of me because, again, I'm fighting the rain. But Murray against the NFC West in the first half has also been a disaster. So I think we go under 43.5 points. I think we can play Seattle. I think we play Seattle in the first half. The money line's like -120. And if you're looking for some props, Zach Charbonnet's rushing attempts is about 10.5. It's been bet up, but the thing is, Seattle likes him a lot more than they like Walker. Walker got the start to open the season, but Charbonnet's the guy they want to lean on. I think he's going to see plenty of carries tonight, so we go over 10.5 carries there.
Any juice with Marvin Harrison Jr. looking like he forgot how to catch, but you would think that they would try and go to him and establish him early. I think I saw something where he's only projected to have 49 yards. You think Kyler Murray, they make a concerted effort to maybe get him on with the bad week that he had the week before?
So you got to, right? Like the thought process is you use a high draft pick on this guy. Neighbors is balling out in New York when the Giants can get him the ball. Harrison was supposed to be the can't-miss prospect, and so far all he's done is miss. But the thing is, you've seen the projections. If those were wrong, obviously sharp bettors would be crushing the over and they'd adjust the price, and that ain't happening. And I think part of that is the fact that Seattle's defense is good and they're getting healthy in the back end. Witherspoon's expected to play tonight, which is big for them. If you want a wide receiver prop, it's obscure, but Greg Dortch, his teammate, the receptions is only 1.5. I bet over. I think he gets 2 receptions tonight. Like we talked about, I see Arizona, trailing in this game, which means they're throwing late. And if Harrison's having issues, they got to get the ball to somebody. Remember, James Conner's out as well in the backfield. Mm-hmm. So you got the tight end McBride, you got Benson, the running back. Dortch getting 2 receptions is a bet I like.
Joe Fortenbaugh with us, ESPN Bet Live every night during the week, Monday through Friday, and on First Take and on Get Up. Sunday, Giants, how much did the Jackson Dart decision influence the line? And are you just licking your chops at this point on the Chargers -6.5?
So I know if you're Russell Wilson, you're looking in the mirror, you're saying you have plenty left. I did think it was funny when he said, I just had a huge game last week. Everybody has a huge game against Dallas. Yeah. That don't mean anything.
Yeah.
Right? I'll go. Carlin, you'll go have a big game against Dallas right now.
Yes.
Like, you'll do it right now. 250 yards minimum. I'm betting the over on that. So, and speaking of which, by the way, Jordan Love's passing prop against them is like 230 because everyone thinks it'll be a blowout and he won't need to throw. I'd still play over 230. They've given up 900 passing yards already. So, Ross, if you're looking in the mirror, you got to think to yourself, all right, line was sitting around 6.5. I get benched. A kid who's never played NFL football stepping in, line doesn't move at all. That tells you pretty much everything you need to know about Russell Wilson right there. But here's the thing. There's a little hesitation for me with the Chargers. First, the pro-Chargers side. Harbaugh's history against rookie quarterbacks is sensational. 8-2 straight up, 7-3 against the spread, holding those teams to 16 points per game. As head coach for the Chargers, 4-0 straight up, 4-0 against the spread against rookies. That includes 2 against Bo Nix last year. So the guy knows how to make life complicated for those types of players. That said, tough stretch for the Chargers. Opened the season in Brazil, road Monday night game against the Raiders, very physical game against Denver last week, now cross-country travel, early start time against the Giants, and the O-line is banged up, and that giant pass rush can get after you. I think under 44.5 is the play. I don't really want to lay it. You guys know I like the Chargers. We've talked about it before, but I don't want to lay it in the spot. I think the Chargers might struggle a little bit to score. I think we go under 44.5.
Okay, Ryder Cup, hit us. Let's go.
This isn't going to land well. I probably should have thought this one through. Going to play the Euros.
Well, Joe, listen, that's no mystery. We understand how much you've always hated America. It's okay.
Yeah, there's America, capitalism, the ability to just go on air, talk trash, and get paid handsomely for it.
Yeah.
Hate that sort of thing. The country's been very poor to me, gentlemen.
When are we
going
to admit that it hasn't worked, people? Go ahead.
Can I get a poncho, please? It's raining out here. Okay, I like the Euros for a couple things. Number one, I'm getting plus money on a team that has far more experience. All right, far more experience. You got 4 rookies on the American team. Everybody on the Euro team's been in a Ryder Cup before except for one guy, Højgaard, right? His brother was in the last one. He's in this one. So that's one thing. Now, everyone talks about home field advantage. That's what's really cooked into this line, home field advantage. You know your boy's about value. I don't know how much home field advantage we have here. The Euros have home field advantage. Like, they always win at home. But they've come over here and they've won. And on top of that, I was talking to Michael Collins, the ESPN caddy, yesterday. He was telling me, hey, man, this is at Bethpage, New York City. This is the melting pot of the entire world. There are a lot of people who live in New York who are going to be fans of the Euros who are going to show up. He's been at the practice rounds. The Euros have a lot of fans there. So keep that in mind. So I'd be looking at the Euros. I think Tommy Fleetwood to be the high scorer on the European side, plus 550. Rory and Rahm are priced in front of him. Fleetwood is an awesome Ryder Cup player, and he finally got his first win, so I think he's going to be in a great headspace. And then I'll pass this along from the caddy. He really likes J.J. Spawn to rack up the points for the Americans, so you can look for that one as well. That's where I'm looking for the Ryder Cup. Still love America, still paying my taxes, just making a wager on the European team.
It's okay. And listen, I just want to make you aware of my weekend plans, Joe. I will be going to Minnesota for Rutgers, Minnesota. I enjoy trips to Minnesota quite a bit. One might even say that I'm overjoyed to be going to Minnesota this weekend.
Yes, very thrilled as well with how things play out in the great state of Minnesota.
And I am not at all trying to convey any subliminal messages there at all. No.
Yeah, I like I said, I have no idea how that game's going to play out. You and I can't talk about it. We'll just pass. We're going to pass on that game.
He does it completely free, completely gratis, because he's got nothing but time and enjoys sharing it with us. He is Joe Fortenbaugh. Thank you, brother.
Let's go get wet, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys.
Yeah, that's probably not how you want to put that. It's Joe Fortenbaugh, everybody, on ESPN Bet Live.
Save the stash.
You'll see him tomorrow on First Take.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level. And the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Right now at Bay Ridge Honda, your EV countdown to $7,500 in savings ends September 30th. Hurry in, the clock is ticking. You can get a Prologue Touring for $179 per month with zero down during the EV Countdown sales event. Plus, receive thousands in benefits and savings with their Bay Ridge Plus Advantage plan. Upfront pricing, total peace of mind. Visit BayRidgeHonda.com. 36 months lease, 10,000 miles per year, 3,300 loyalty or conquest, and $7,500 EV credit as down payment.
Hey Yankees fans, hit your next adventure out of the park and onto the water with City Cruises New York. Sail your way to epic skyline views, delicious dining, and premium drinks. Upgrade your game day with a dining cruise, a cocktail sail, or a night with your favorite entertainers aboard City Cruises Live. Whether you're celebrating a win or just the weekend, City Cruises is a shipload of fun. Proud partner of the New York Yankees. Book today at citycruises.com/New York.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
There's nothing the voice in our head obsesses over like our health. But with over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help answer the questions like, why am I so tired all the time? How can I get better sleep? My friend was telling me about magnesium gummies she takes. How do I even know if my heart is work stress affected? It's time to up my cardio. If my mom has something, how will I find out? It's time to get some blood work done. A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 or lease for $249 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN 354688. MSRP $32,945. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per $1,000 finance. Ends 9/30/25.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Noon 03 on ESPN New York, Bart Carlin. ESPN New York app on YouTube as well. You can watch the show now on YouTube, wherever you are. You can either go to the ESPN New York page on YouTube, or you can simply go to the ESPN New York app and just click on the link right at YouTube, and bang!
That easy?
Right there. That's where we are. My wife didn't even know it.
Wow.
And I told her the other day, I'm like, you can just turn that on. She's like, I'm good. I'm straight.
So easy a caveman can do it.
It is noon o'clock. What does that mean?
It's the power hour. We gonna keep it at 6.
It's
we
also
gonna be smart. We throwing a dart.
Look at you. It's also Thursday at noon, which means it's time for High Noon.
It's High Noon.
Howdy there, partner. My name's Sam Chisholm, duly elected.
I'll hit it here. Oh, that was it.
Sworn warrant officer. My name is Sam Chisholm. I'm a duly sworn warrant officer of the Circuit Court in Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah, man. How's Chisholm doing, by the way, out there with them Yankees?
He's excited to be in the postseason. I saw interviews with him with getting beer poured over his head the other night.
Okay.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Well, let's not waste any time.
Round 1, fight! Are the Mets better off not making the playoffs?
Hell no. Listen, you know the scarlet letter that this team will have to carry. I mean, you see this as a topic bar on most shows. Who has the greatest collapse? The Tigers or the Mets? You don't want to be in that. You listen. You know they're all going to laugh at you, like Kerry said. They're all going to laugh at you if you mess around and not make the postseason after going to get Juan Soto, who hit another one yesterday. You know what I mean? It ain't Juan Soto who has a problem with winning. It's the rest of them lazy bums. You know what I mean? So, like, listen, you need to make the postseason. You've recognized what the issues are. The issues are we need starting pitching and we need to get more out of our bats on a consistent basis. You know that. But not making the playoffs and making them have to carry that and going to the postseason, I don't think so. I think Cohen has recognized what he needs and knows what he needs, and I think he may overrule Stern and say we need to go out there and get us at least one ace that we can say, hey, stop the bleeding.
Yeah, problem is, though, if they get in and they start to put something together, I think that stuff can get forgotten very quickly. And I know this is crazy to say. But getting in, I really wonder how much it helps you. Now, look, if they get in, and I am rooting for them to go, I want them to go to the World Series. I want them to win the World Series. I'm trying to keep, this within reason. And within reason would suggest that's not going to happen. They're not going to go and win the World Series. But if they accidentally get on some kind of a run, because after all, the playoffs is a crapshoot, then I tend to think that they would be less likely to address what the needs are. You can have David Stern sit there and say, well, look, we'll get Sean Manaea back at his normal self next year, and he was obviously hurt for a lot of the year, and that probably played a role. And, Senga's hurt all the time, too. He'll be back, and we got these young pitchers to feel good about. I don't trust that they will address what they need to address if they go on any kind of run. So I actually think for the long term, it might be better off not making the playoffs.
What say yous? Do we get the votes?
No, we don't get the vote anymore.
Oh, no votes. Okay,
we decided that basically, somebody in this process would muck up the vote by continuing to argue at people who were voting, and thus this became a 25-minute segment as opposed to a 5-minute segment. So we have eliminated that. I don't know.
Point well taken.
A decision
Chris, way to be self-aware.
And again, a decision that was made above my head.
Round 2, fight! Should Jackson Dart be able to save Brian Daboll's job?
I don't know, because I think being a coach exceeds what one player does, right? It's about the coaching and of the entire team, the development of the entire team. And for some reason we haven't – listen, we saw last week, we saw the backups to the backups play in Tampa. And, man, did they look well coached. They look well coached. You can say whatever you want to say, the holding calls, for what they were taking on in the situation that they are to be put in and rushed in short notice, and before they already had moved the left tackle to the center to the right guard, and the right guard. They already did that. But they looked like a team that knew conceptually what we were trying to do and how to do it, and that comes with people coaching these guys from the front of the roster and the back of the roster, because a lot of times it's the back of the roster that determines what your fate is going to be, not the front of the roster, because at some point you're going to have to depend on them. So I don't know if Daboll having a quarterback come in and play well is about him being a great coach or that guy just being a great talent. What I have to evaluate Daboll on is how the entire team performs. That's offense, defense, special teams alike, and they just haven't got it. They just haven't done it. And the fact that they've only won 9 games since he won 9 games is alarming and concerning. And I don't know how many, if Jackson Dart plays great, we're going to be able to add on to the win total from that. So if that's the case, when you look at the body of work, anybody else that would have a record like that after winning the Coach of the Year, job would be on the line or would be fired.
In no way should Jackson Dart be able to save Brian Daboll's job. I would understand if the Giants, the rest of the way, won 14 straight and he played better than Jaden Daniels did next year, that you would keep the coach. That's not going to happen. The Giants, at best, could win 6 games the rest of the way, at best. I understand that Dart could play well, but then you're kind of like, oh, should we keep him, should we not? No, what you're doing at that point is stringing out the inevitable. You watch and evaluate Dart, and you try to keep an eye on the kind of influence that Daboll has on him. By the way, awfully convenient now that Daboll's going to be more involved in the offense. But it's not going to be enough for me to be convinced to keep him as the coach, nor should it be. I need to see this team actually win games. The last time I checked, that's what's important. And they can move forward into the future with Dart, and they can continue to build off this if they get the right coach in place. All right.
Round 3, fight! What is your favorite international competition?
Okay, so that's based off of the Ryder Cup this week. And you've obviously got the U.S. against Europe. There's the Olympics, the U.S. against everybody. There is FIBA. There is the World Cup. When you think about it, what is the number one international favorite competition for Bart Scott?
For me, it has to be the Olympics. I mean, you talk about what the next Olympics is going to be here. Maybe I can try out if I get enough HGH for the flag football team. Be able to get out there, Terry Tate somebody, and they say this is supposed to be an exhibition.
If you get enough HGH, let's be honest, you're going to go play in the Brady League and get that Saudi money. I know you, and I know you'll sports wash.
Oh, you damn straight I'll be over there. Be right over
How
there.
much? Boy, you guys are great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't got to tell me. I don't care what you do. What you do in your spare time is your business. But it's got to be the Olympics for me because, you know, and especially with the fight for us to remain and keep dominance for, basketball, the sport that we created. But also, like, the fact that I love to watch track growing up, remembering the historical impact that it has had, whether you're going all the way back to Jesse Owens, which probably half of the young kids nowadays don't even know who Jesse Owens is, whether it was the black fist put up, it's been a symbol of also
John Carlos.
Right. It's been, a symbol of American pride. And, to me, the most exciting moments in all of the Olympics is the track and field. Just watching, the 100-meter dash, the 200, all the stars that we have. We got Noah Lyles now, and we've always been properly represented in it. But I always love how when you do the total of the golds and the silvers and all that stuff where everybody thinks that they're closing the gap on America, it still shows you that we have the most talent. No matter how many steroids they pump into the Russians, no matter what they do, we still are dominant, whether it's Simone Biles, whether it's Michael Phelps, whether it's Carl Lewis. American still dominates.
I'm a World Cup guy. My wife is like you. She loves the Olympics.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of it. Myself, some of the events I like, but it doesn't really do much for me. I dig the World Cup. Why? Because if you live in this area and you're around during the World Cup, even now that it's going to be hosting, that'll be even a little bit crazier. Yeah. But still, if you're in this area, if you're in the tri-state area, with the melting pot that we are, and you get a chance to see what the reaction is internationally to their teams playing. I used to live in Astoria. A lot of Greeks in Astoria. They would go nuts when Greece was playing in the World Cup. Yeah. You'd go to the beer garden over in Astoria, and they would have the big screens up, and every nationality would come in and be represented for every game. I was so into it. And listen, I'll root for the U.S., but I also root for the underdogs and all of that. I love the World Cup just from that standpoint. Soccer, other 4 years, couldn't give a damn. No interest. None whatsoever.
But did you ever want to play in the World Cup?
No. Right. But I never wanted to be an Olympian either.
See, I wish that they would have had flag football in the Olympics when I was playing because I would have made the team just I could have so many international babies in the Olympic Village. You know how many kids I would have had in the Olympic Village?
So when you were single, you would have been all over the Olympic Village.
Yes. I hear great stories about the Olympic Village. I'd have been like my father in Nam, just letting it fly. I know I got some brothers and sisters over in Vietnam for sure. It's somebody walking around in Vietnam with a nice extra melon in their skin with a big neck, and that's my brother. No, my daddy.
I'm imagining somebody walking around Vietnam yelling, "Can't wait."
Yeah. Like, you look like that can't wait guy. What are you talking
Somebody
about?
asked him, how you doing? Maintaining,
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Kuda Matatos, man.
Yes. Bart and Carlin, 880 ESPN. And on the ESPN New York app. All right, that's solid. I got to give you that one. You win. You win. That was very good. So we're in a lot of different areas today. We're on the Mets, who just get their doors blown off last night, but catch the break that the Reds, who come back, tie the game in the ninth inning, and then end up losing in 11, that the Diamondbacks lose in 11 as well. So the Mets getting blown out by the Cubs doesn't do any real damage, but I'm getting tired of watching this. I'm getting, this is a bigger picture issue with the Mets, and it's not just, like we were talking about a minute ago, about not making the postseason. Just in general, this is exhausting to watch this meltdown, the way that it has happened and the way that it has gone down over such a longer period of time. Now, we're talking about since the middle of June when Kay showed up at Citi Field, and the Mets have been absolutely atrocious since. It almost feels like now that if they got in, they would have gotten in spite of themselves.
Yeah, it's almost like they don't deserve it. You if you want to do something, you want to see them go take it. Like, say, you know what it is, but we had to win and we stepped up and we did what we needed to do when it was needed. You don't want people to say, okay, well, because of the collapse of another team, you eked your way in. That's not the way you want to see your team that you have high expectations in. Just continue to fail, because it's not like they're playing good baseball. So if you're not playing good baseball going in, I don't see how it turns on. The only key is if they're playing good baseball and like they did last year, right? They started off horribly and they had to play catch up, but they were playing good baseball. So when you went in, you had confidence that it would continue. They're not playing good baseball, so it just suggests that if they get in there, they're going to find a way to lose it.
I'm worried about the fact that if they get in, they actually put something together and start to get on a run. I will be into it. I will be rooting for them. I will want them to do well. My problem, though, then becomes, are the bigger issues going to be addressed? I want to hear a little bit more from Minaya. We heard a bit earlier. Here is, not Minaya, from Carlos Mendoza. Here he is on the pitching, and if, in fact, they're just running out.
We'll piece it together. We'll continue to find ways to, get 27 outs and get the wins that we need here. It's not easy, especially with what's happened the past couple of days, even after an off day. We'll get together here, and we'll continue to piece it together.
And here he is also on Holmes and Minaya pitching out of the bullpen.
Today was one of those days because of what happened yesterday. It was their bullpen day pretty much, and, they volunteered yesterday. Hey, if you guys need us, so you appreciate that. He says a lot about them, and here we were today, needing them, and instead of throwing that bullpen, they ended up, throwing in the game. This is something that, is going to be day to day, whether they start, whether we need them out of the bullpen, we're going to, like I said, we're going to try and put our best guys there, to get 27 outs.
Every bit of this just feels like you're limping home. And that's the worst feeling, to sit and watch the whole thing unravel, and you're just dying to get your hand across the finish line and make it to the postseason. This, in a lot of ways, this is exactly what 2007 and 2008 felt like, except it was a much shorter period of time over which they blew it. But it was the same thing where they were just out of pitching, and they kept going to the same guys in the bullpen, and they didn't have anything left.
Yeah. I know we had so much optimism when we thought about this sandwich starts and stuff like that. We're like, man, with these sandwich starts, maybe we found something, pairing guys together, two pitchers, combining to be, one pitcher's productivity. That was short-lived. And, like you said, it's like when people do put bullpen games, right? that means everybody has to be on at the same time. And, the odds of everybody being on and really having control and command of their stuff is not highly likely. But this is where you find yourself. I mean, we can evaluate all this stuff after the fact, but I'm still not going to ever throw away a opportunity to get into the postseason because, like you said, when you get there, you don't know what can happen. Injuries happen. Guys figure stuff out. Guys get hot, either with the bat or throwing, and you just never know when it's your time.
All right, so I got to go to a couple of things here because I just got an idea for a new segment. Ask Bart. I think there's one thing I've learned. Your perspective on life is pretty unique. You're a very positive guy, but you're a very pragmatic guy in that we have talked about so many different times about, Bart balling on a budget, being very smart with how he handles his money, investments, things like that, but also just life situations and how to handle them. Now, if you can keep to me a promise of, hey, I promise you in this, I'm not going to get you fired, that would be great.
Well, all we need
I have this idea of Ask Bart on the YouTube chat.
All we need is a safe word. If you ever feel like I'm going too far, just say pineapples and I'll stop.
Pineapple's not it because that in and of itself, what is it? Doesn't that indicate like swingers?
No.
Isn't pineapple upside down pineapple something?
Well, pineapple was a safe word used by Kevin Hart in one of his specials.
Oh, okay.
Right, so like culturally, like everybody knows like pineapples is kind of like a funny word because it's a famous comedic thing. But also from a pragmatic part, when you think about bromelain, bromelain comes from pineapple abstract, and it subsides bloating.
I have no idea what you just said.
And it aids in digestion. So if you ever feel like I'm getting bloated or fat, just say pineapples and it suggests bromelain.
Bruce on the chat suggests your safe word should be "Holy crap, Bart, WTF."
Or maybe it should be FCC.
No, but unemployed. We did, but I say this because there are a couple of people who are asking you direct questions. So I think this should be something where you give out advice weekly, and it's on any topic.
I'm with that.
On football, on life,
kids,
on money, on kids, on marriage, on any of it.
Oh, absolutely.
On any of it, I think that's what we need to do.
I love to ruin some lives.
Not just by pregnancy. Mike wants to know, Bart, here's my question. And this is just football related.
Okay.
Now, it's a silly question, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. Why don't the Giants look at a guy like Rex Ryan for head coach or at least defensive coordinator that could give them a call at the end of the year? Look, from defensive coordinator, I understand that the Giants would never hire a guy like Rex Ryan.
It's not in their profile. I can't think of any coach like that in the history of the Giants. Hey, well, maybe Bill Parcells was fiery like that.
But and Bill could be entertaining, but wasn't entertaining from a way of being distracting. People look at Rex and think that overly boisterous and distracting. You know what I mean?
But it's a lot of no BS in Rex.
I can understand that too.
And as far as on his players, it's no BS, right? And let's go get an effing snack ain't really like wasn't a fun thing. It was an exclamation point to like whatever we had to deal with. After it usually came after a real serious conversation.
Yeah. So that wasn't the first time he said it. He said it a lot.
It's just something like, how we have these things that we don't know that we say.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those things that's just like, because like the end of the meeting is like, we go eat after
Let's go get a snack.
So it's like, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Big man got to get fed. He getting a little hangry. Like, listen, all right, I said, that's all I got. I said all I need to say.
All right. So let's put that together. Ask Bart, and you can send him in on the YouTube chat. Which, by the way, if you're not on the ESPN New York YouTube page, you should be. Go there and subscribe to the entire station Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. through 7 p.m. It is up there for you to just take in and enjoy the visuals of this as well. You can also go to the ESPN New York app and click right on the tile at the top. Let's hit a couple of calls here at 800-919-3776. Yanel in Astoria is up on 880 ESPN and on ESPN New York. What's up, Yanel?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good.
I had a question about, quarterbacks in the NFL. Why don't teams develop quarterbacks like they used to, by sitting them the first year or maybe the majority of the first season and then having them start towards the end of the year or and into the following year? And I mean this specifically for the Jets because when you think about it, the last time they did that, they had a somewhat successful quarterback like Chad Pennington. And for me, I feel like the Jets, where they fail a lot with Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson, is that they just had them start immediately, just threw them into the fire. And I understand the benefits of that, but I feel like if the Jets next year go in and get a quarterback in the draft, you have to sit them behind a veteran and really develop them and have them learn the speed of the game and how to operate as a professional quarterback in the NFL. And I think that's a really good recipe for success. I don't know why they don't just do that anymore. It seems that just throw them into the fire. Not everyone can be C.J. Stroud.
Well, the issue is we've seen it done every single way, and it's every situation, every location, every team, every organization is in a different spot. Right, outside of Patrick Mahomes, who waited 1 year because he basically had a playoff caliber quarterback in front of him. When is the last time you've seen somebody be developed? Maybe Jordan Love, and it's still a mixed bag for Jordan Love, but I think they believe that he's their franchise quarterback. Jordan Love, and before that, maybe Aaron Rodgers. Those are like decades apart. The reason why is because we've seen that the quarterback throws the football in college way more than he used to, right? And so that means that he's ready as far as from a rep standpoint, especially if he stays in college longer, which you're starting to see guys in college stay in longer because of the NIL money, right? We probably won't see Archie come out this year because he can get NIL money and he needs to develop more. But Ben Roethlisberger, Joe Flacco, C.J. Stroud, Jayden Daniels, Justin Herbert. That's why. Because these guys are coming out, and you say how they used to. It used to be that your college quarterback was your starting point guard. He was your pitcher. But now these kids are professional athletes before they're professional athletes. So they're able to be more advanced than, say, back in the day when the other guys did so many other things. And also when they went to college, they set. Remember? When you went to college, like now, 5-star, look at the kid from Michigan. He got $12 million to be the starting quarterback for Michigan, so he's starting faster. So these kids have more experience. So it's a mixed bag, right? Lamar Jackson waited 1 year. But outside of that, you haven't seen anybody sit down and develop. And that's whether it's a good quarterback or a bad quarterback. Josh Allen didn't sit. Look where he is. But, the unfortunate part is you're going to have people that come in, whether they sit or not, that just aren't good quarterbacks.
Bart Carlin, 880 ESPN, and on the ESPN New York app, of course, on YouTube as well. 800-919-3776. Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. The Yankees hosting the White Sox at the stadium in the Bronx, 7 o'clock. Mets are in Chicago. Play the Cubs, 7:40. Everybody calm down. Pre-game coverage begins at 7 right here on 880 ESPN. 12:40 Pirates in Cincinnati. Dodgers in Arizona at 3:40 this afternoon. Pirates in Cincinnati at 12:40, so you got some afternoon baseball to be paying attention to. And the Red Sox are in Toronto. Tullamore Dew is the original, triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly on ESPN New York.
Thursday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. What would be more unbelievable? The Yankees winning the division or the Mets missing the playoffs?
We got to play better. We didn't play good again today, and it doesn't matter, what other teams are doing. It starts on us, and we're better than that.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on the ESPN New York YouTube channel.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Listen up, friends. It's summer, and you should be out there trying to enjoy yourself. But neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain is holding you back. It's time to handle it. I'm telling you, you need to call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is a double board certified, Ivy League trained. This man is the real deal. No surgery, no scars, no downtime, just results. You can book a same day or next day appointment. He's got 3 convenient locations in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, so there's no excuses. You want to get back to your active lifestyle? Dr. Shaw got you covered. Joint pain, migraine, sciatica, nerve pain, gone. No cuts, no medication, no long recovery, just precise image-guided procedures that can get you back to doing what you love. So, here's what you got to do. Get your phone, get online, SandwellPain.com. Book that appointment. You've waited long enough. Don't let pain steal your summer. Don't let pain steal your fun. Call Dr. Jay Shaw today. Go to SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think.
Game time isn't just on the field. It's in your driveway, too. At Kia City of the Bronx, they're making plays with the full lineup of brand new Kias ready for you at 3505 Connor Street. Don't sit on the sidelines while your dream car drives by. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955 and they'll get you behind the wheel of something fresh. Kia City of the Bronx. This is how the Bronx drives.
Schweppes, the iconic ginger ale of New York, is proud to sponsor the PGA of America. Schweppes has a deep lineup of ginger flavors, including raspberry, white peach, dry grape, and also available in zero sugar. With every sip of Schweppes, the dedication to quality, excellence, and the art of tastefulness will leave you feeling simply refreshed. It's a hole-in-one for all your drinking occasions. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your summer. Swing by your local ShopRite and grab some Schweppes.
Things today can seem kinda unpredictable. Who knows what's around the corner, right? Well, at Total Wireless, we want to give you something to be sure about. With us, you save 50% off Metro and Cricket when you switch with one line. Guaranteed. And you get to keep the phone and number you love. Visit our Total Wireless store today. 50% savings for unlimited plans versus comparable Total Wireless unlimited phone plans based on standard plan rates. Some customers may only receive the guaranteed savings after contacting us and validating the current plan rate. Excludes promotional, discounted, and bring your phone rates. For total 5G unlimited plan or higher, auto pay required. Applied on next renewal date. Additional terms apply.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Bit of a controversy in the chat earlier. I'll need to address that in 30 seconds. Get ready. A new Monday Night Football experience, baby. It's the ESPN New York Couchcast when the Jets take on the Dolphins for a Week 4 divisional matchup. Settle in on the couch. Join the Alt-Cast with all your favorite ESPN New York personalities for instant reaction, unfiltered commentary, behind the mic banter streamed live on our YouTube page from kickoff until the final whistle. Grab your snacks, watch the game with us. It's the ESPN New York Couchcast. It's presented by Calandra's Bakery, by Jacob's Pickles, and driven by the All-American Ford Auto Group, the #1 Ford Auto Group in the tri-state area. Shop allamericanautogroup.com. It is this Monday, September 29th, starting at 7 p.m. on the ESPN New York YouTube channel. Now, I don't know that the food situation has been addressed yet. I did not come away from that conversation with Johnny Pickens yesterday feeling all that confident in what was going to go down, but I'm going to kind of leave this to chance. I'll tell you what, though. You're going to want to watch, because how this is going to go is if that food situation on Monday night is not up to par, you're going to have a very punchy Carlin flying in, going to Minnesota tonight, flying to Vegas on Saturday after the game, after the Rutgers-Minnesota game. Then I've got Raiders and Bears on Sunday at ESPN Radio.
Yeah.
Then we're hopping on the red-eye back. Do the show Monday morning. And
you're going to be up all night for Monday Night Football?
I'm going to have my cranky pants on to begin with. And listen, when I get cranky and then you mix in hangry, it's not good. And, you could actually see me erupt. It's not a pretty thing, but, you're going to want to be watching just for that.
And if the game is bad, you watching, you and spending all this time knowing how tired you are, your body's dehydrated, you're going to need all the carbs. You're going to need the dopamine from the chocolate or from the desserts.
Yep.
And you're going to need the liquor just for the peace of mind of watching that crap you got to watch on Monday.
I've got my confidence in Jacob's Pickles, and I've got my confidence in Calandra's. I know they're going to come through. It's just everything else.
Yes.
And I did not walk out of that feeling great. So, I don't know about you. Me, when I feel like I'm exhausted and I feel like I'm tired and I feel like I'm cranky, I talk to some food about it.
Yeah.
And so that's how you get to situations like I'm in right now. But that is, I canceled therapy this week because I've been so short on time. No joke. My therapist canceled it because I've been so short on time trying to get ready for these 2 games plus the show. So here's my point. Don't tempt fate here.
You know what?
This could be ugly.
You know what? We when you said that, I think we should probably be sponsored by the Calm app.
I think we should.
I
think
we both a little mental. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we both have therapists.
Honestly, what does LeBron need to be calm about? Okay? I mean,
all the pressures of being number one and not being behind Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Well, here's the thing. You're not number one, so there's no pressure. No, Bob, you want pressure? Come live with me. You'll find out how to not handle stress. I'm just like one giant stress ball.
We should. You know what? That'd be a perfect segment. The Calm app. The Calm segment. Where we just calm everybody down with all the bad stuff going down. We put on one of the app music or something like that, and we talk through, do a soliloquy where we just talk about how we should feel better as a sports fan in New York.
You know what I physically would resemble, I think? Like one of those underground zits that hasn't quite come to the surface, but it's big and it's red. And you know when it comes, oh, baby, it's going to be ugly.
Oh, you see a lot of those on the Dr. Pimple.
And exactly, the pimple popper. And I'll tell you one other thing, too. What happens when you pop those things too early? It's bad for everybody.
Yes.
And it sticks around for a while. And there's a good chance that if there's not enough food here on Monday night or not the right kind of food, if somebody dares to try to sneak a salad or a 6-foot sub through that door, we're going to have a problem.
The only vegetables we have is Jacob's Pickles.
And listen, I know that you hear this from me, you're like, all right, Carlin, we get it, you're fat, all that stuff.
They don't get it.
I'm not talking about this. Any one of us in that kind of situation of being a little bit short, and trust me, it is not a complaint. I am thrilled to be doing these games on ESPN Radio. It's awesome. It's so much fun, and I'm happy to do it. But it doesn't take away from the fact of being human, and at the end of it, you're tired. And I think all of you would relate to the fact that if you're sitting and watching a game with your friends and you're probably a little on edge to begin with, that you're going to want certain things there to comfort you.
Need comfort food.
Yes.
You know what? They might need to bring some stew or some chicken and dumplings. You know what I mean? Because you talk about hearty food that's just calming, pot roast, or chicken and dumplings?
Stew.
No chicken and dumplings? Not a chicken and dumpling guy?
Not really.
Oh, man.
Not really.
You don't go to Cracker Barrel?
Jason on the chat, stop me if you've heard this one. Carlin's talking about food. You're not you when you're hungry. Manny, that's right. You're not you when you're hungry.
Make sure you have some. We want to get some mini Snickers there.
Another guy says, yeah, the mini Snickers.
Mini Snickers are mini Snickers might be the only thing that's better than the original.
Last week, at Rutgers, where our booth is, it is right next to the visiting coach's booth, and so Iowa's coaches were there, and they had a half bag open of those mini Snickers. Oh. I almost grabbed it.
Yo.
Stole them away when they're not looking.
Yo, the mini Snickers, man. Mini Snickers hit and like those, they're not Kiss. They're like little bitty bars, and they come in the golden wrappers, like the high end, and they like minis. I could eat 1,000 of those. They come in milk chocolate, then they have the one with like the 2 almonds in it, and they have one that's like a crackle. Oh.
Yep. I'm there with you. One guy says, Ray says, Carlin, drink some sea moss that Monday morning. You'll feel amazing.
Sea moss going to get your yin-yang ready. You're going to get you home, get you right. Listen, men. I always laugh how men try and act like they take sea moss because of all the other.
She's had enough.
This is revigor. This is like going doing a frame
I didn't know that about sea moss.
Yeah, that's what men use it for. They try and act like it's like, oh, they have 102 of the essential nutrients that the body needs. No, man, it's because of the zinc is so high that it makes your yin yang make you horny. And it helps your yin-yang twin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Men that always trip me out with that. See, those are the type of things you need to ask me about. When people want to ask anything, that's what CMOS, the secret word is, that's what it's about. It's like doing a frame-off restoration on your piece.
Maybe our secret word should be CMOS. Bart and Carlin, 880 ESPN. On the ESPN New York app, and, of course, on YouTube as well, 800-919-3776. On the Jets, on the Mets just being better off not making the playoffs at all, and why Monday night is a must-win for the Jets. It's all next on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. We all turn to some funny places for support, but not everyone is a therapist. Not everyone is the one. Find your right match with BetterHelp. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and their 10-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means they typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recs. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/timeout. That's betterhelp.com/timeout.
Did you know you can get more with New York Lottery Plus? You pulling my leg? No, seriously. Just enter scratch off and draw game tickets and get more points. Pulling a fast one? No. And you can put your points towards chances to win gift cards, cash prizes, and more. Is this a stunt? No. You even get points for playing new games. You're pulling my chain, aren't you? No. Pulling my finger? What? No. Man, put that thing away. Sorry.
Introducing New York Lottery Plus. Download the app, sign up, get more. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
At Garden City Mazda, discover more about what moves you.
Our fall kickoff savings start now. Don't miss out.
Our inventory of new and Mazda certified pre-owned vehicles is unmatched in New York.
Embrace every unexpected turn with the new 2025 Mazda lineup. Refined performance. Spacious interiors to fit your life. Elevate your driving experience.
Garden City Mazda. Exhilaration at every turn, exceptional in every way.
Well, to hit a home run, everything's got to line up perfectly, just like when you find the person you want to marry. When it's time to propose, well, do what I did. Visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers. From their beautiful 2 by London collection to custom designs for any budget, they make finding the perfect ring easy. Visit London Jewelers at any of their 6 locations and tell them I sent you for the Michael K. treatment. London Jewelers, getting it just right.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
Let's do it. As many as we can get in before the end of the show. 800-919-3776. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. Justin in Floral Park is up on
guys,
ESPN New York app. What's up, Justin?
Hey, guys. How are you? Just one thing on the Yanks. Where do you think they go with the bullpen with the young guys? Is they going to put Warren and Cam Schussler in the bullpen, or are they going to do one as a starter? Are they going to go like 3-man? Because I'm just curious.
I mean, wouldn't you feel listen, I don't know exactly what they're going to do. What is your confidence level in Schlittler right now? Because mine is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it's higher than Warren. So
even Warren this year has not been that bad.
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been that bad.
Correct. So I mean, you know how it is, Chris and Bart. The games are won in the playoffs, honestly, with timely hitting and also the bullpen.
Yep.
So I just think they got to get as strong bullpen as possible. Because outside of Weaver and outside of Bedar, I really don't entrust many guys in this pen. So, I really do not want to see Devin Williams in a big spot. I know he's gonna, but Pete Alonso, hello. But I just don't trust a lot of these guys. And when the Yankees won the World Series back in the '90s, as you know, Chris, look with Mike, the bullpen was great.
But there was one thing that the Yankees had that I always think. It just gets so overlooked, and it's such an obvious thing, but when you really realize how good it was to have Mariano in the last 2 innings, or at least the last inning, I mean, there was never a doubt about him shutting the door, and when it happened, it wasn't surprising. It was like there was a comet coming every 76 years. So I honestly think that Mariano, when you really look at it, and all those years of success, that was the most dominant factor above all else. And you're right, the bullpen's incredibly important. But when you had somebody that wasn't going to pitch well, was a given in what he was going to give? Game was over. Game was absolutely over. So anyway, my point being, that guy doesn't exist today anywhere, period. So, yes, you need the bullpen to be better. You need to give yourself the best chance possible. Myself, if I'm moving either one of them to the pen, it's Warren. If I'm moving either one to the pen, it would be Warren.
How much would you even depend on Devin? Just none.
Here's the problem, okay? I have to, but it's going to hurt. I have to, but it's going to hurt. How do I not?
How do you put him in the least stressful situation?
It's the playoffs, man. You need to get your act together. And for Devin Williams, it also has to be about getting last year off of his back, so to speak. But I don't know about you. If I had to deal with that and then got traded in the offseason and then moved to New York and then really wasn't that great and all of a sudden the fans have no faith in me, I'm doing everything I can to get, not that he hasn't been, but I'm doing everything I can to get that stink off me, and the best way to do that is to pitch great in the playoffs.
Yeah, and the only way, that's one of those things you have to wait to prove. You know what I mean? And you don't know how it's going to go. As an athlete, it's got to be some self-doubt there, right? Because he anticipates, he wants the spot, but he don't know how it's going to turn out.
No, he doesn't. And
that within itself is highly stressful.
Did you ever as an athlete, when things were not going well, doubt yourself? Or how did you ever have a stretch personally where you just weren't playing well? It doesn't even have to be professionally. It could be in college.
No, yeah. It's like one of those things, like you miss a tackle, or you miss a blitz, or you miss a sack, and because you missed a sack, they throw a big play or something like that. Yeah, definitely. I've been there, right?
And they always talk about short memory, next play, all that stuff, but that's sitting with you on the sideline at some point.
Listen, some of the big plays that I've given up in my career, I still live with them. You know what I mean? Like, man, if I would have just did this.
Which one sticks out and bugs you the most?
I mean, the third and 8 or something that Ben Roethlisberger picked
Pittsburgh?
up.
Yeah, at the end of that game.
Yeah, that was one of my blitzes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was shut off. I just wish I could have got back.
Did you not get they were going to throw it.
Yeah, they
rolled out.
They full slit. Yeah, they full slit everything. So I think it was sink fires or something like that. I just wish I could have seen in the window, because I think he threw the ball right behind me into the window, because he, of course, bought time like he always does. But I'm like, man, I should have got there, or two, man, if I could have just – you knew what he was going to do. You knew what he was going to put in his hands, and I wish I could have, been able to do that. And also the tackle that I missed early on Mendenhall, like in the like on the goal line from that 18-play drive.
Yeah.
Like, man, I missed. I hit him, but like, he still got in.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm used to hitting people and getting it done.
Point being is you sit with that for a while.
I never not sit with it.
Okay. See, if I'm him, like, even if you make a big play after that, that's still going to be very hard to get rid of. You're never going to be able to shake it because it happened.
Yeah.
But their motivation is not the concern. It's more about, how do I get this right? How do I not let this happen again? How do I actually deliver? And for Boone, listen, we all know there's going to come a moment in the postseason when he's on the mound and you need big outs. That's happening.
Yeah.
And when that happens,
and
it's holding on for dear life.
And you have to put him out there. And that's the thing. Like, you have to. It's nothing you can do. It's his turn up. And that made this is some things that, when you think about the Yankees, because they play high stakes poker, right? They're always in meaningful games, and it always means something that's on a grand stage. It can either make his career,
or
break his career.
Now, in a lot of ways, he can erase what happened.
Yeah. You forget if you show up at a big moment, people forget all the bad stuff you did leading up to that.
Absolutely.
They can just say, in the big spot, you can say whatever you say about Devin. You can say whatever you want. When we needed him, he came through. That's our guy. You can't say, you'll be protected. But, man, if you don't, man, and this is the thing. It's 50-50 either way.
And I never get convinced by somebody pitching well down the stretch of a season that's going to carry over and translate.
Nah.
Because he's
and you're going against better people.
I think it was the first his first outing in September, he gave up 3 or 4 rounds, but ever since that, he's been good. I just.
Is it safe to say that the Yankees kind of have gone under the radar in the last two weeks?
Yes, it is, because they've been playing well, and
because
we've been able to forget
collapsed,
about everything else.
Right.
And
so
because the Mets collapsed.
Right, but when the regular season starts, we're going to revisit, some of those things. We're going to look even closer.
If you're the Yankees, do you care who you play?
Nah.
Because, they could end up playing the winner. Like, if they actually ended up getting the 1 seed, they could end up playing the winner of Boston and Toronto. And those two are not going to be any fun, for sure.
Yeah. It's crazy, man, that Chapman's still playing. Like, now it's like he's, he was with the Pirates last year, and, like, this year, like, seems like he's found his stuff.
Well, if I'm the Yankees, I need to have the mentality that it doesn't matter who I play. This is about me. It's not about them.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. Bart Carlin, 880 ESPN, and on the ESPN New York app, and, of course, on YouTube. Michael K. is coming up in moments. Mr. K, listen, on any normal day, Michael K. would be more than enough and is more than enough. Michael is enough. He's more than that. Ray, does he have anybody that we want to promote on the show, having said that?
We got Dan Orlovsky.
Oh.
Chris Sims.
And
Dan Hicks will be coming up.
Dan Hicks, a little Ryder Cup. Dan Hicks.
Who you drafting first in that draft? Dan Orlovsky or Sims?
Michael K.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Great answer.
It's not even November, and you're already in politician mode.
And by the way, probably to play quarterback, too.
Yeah, take that right. We pick sides here.
I say that, but, listen, Dan was a damn good college quarterback.
Yeah, that is true.
Anyway, so as we have it, tomorrow is, of course, a big football Friday, and we will have everything you need. We will have plenty of Mets as well, and how that plays out in Chicago tonight before they look to wrap things up against the Marlins this weekend. You've got afternoon baseball today to keep an eye on with the Reds playing this afternoon. You can keep an eye on the Diamondbacks later on this afternoon and see if the Mets can just hang on for dear life, because that's what it feels like at the moment. By the fingernails.
Like their feet swinging. I can't hold on much longer, help.
Don't step on my fingers, because I'm about to fall off the building. Anyway, Michael, next. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app.
Bring the Ryder Cup spirit